San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Spurs losing streak is at 15 as they return to San Antonio to welcome the Bulls to town. Tip-off is set for 7:30, and we'll be talking Silver and Black podcast to get you going, and also Game Night San Antonio at 5:30. The Cowboys have a chance to jump in and tie with both the Eagles for the division and the 49ers and Eagles for the NFL lead as Dallas welcomes Philly in the Jerry World for Sunday Night Football. You can catch it right here at 6 o'clock with the pregame.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up.
So wake me up.
Wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the back for the left-hand slam.
I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
How about them Cowboys?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's R&R in the morning, a very special Boston edition. That's Rudy J. I am Rob Thompson, sitting comfortably on the Army-Navy Media Row. That's right. It's brought to you by USAA, and we are on day 2 of our Boston sojourn.
Morning, Mama. Morning, you too.
Morning, all. How are you this morning, Rudy?
I'm good, man. I can't complain.
We gave it our best effort last night.
Yeah. It got crazy last night. I started turning down drinks. That's when you know I've grown.
There was a point in the evening when we had convinced Rudy that the next tequila shot was, in fact, a good one, and it was water. And he fought it, but he did take one for the team.
Yeah, I did. I was like, And it's always weird when you pass somebody a fake drink to see if they're going to act like it's real. And I was like, nah, this ain't what.
We wanted to see at first if you could tell.
Yeah, I could tell.
And secondly, if you would take one for the team, like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, and I did.
And you did.
And it was water.
It was a really a fantastic evening in Boston.
At the hotel. I have not left the hotel, which is crazy.
But it gives you an idea what the hotel is like.
It gives you an idea what the hotel is like. It also gives you an idea of how cold it is.
But we were busy yesterday. We had a lot. We had things to do.
I'm leaving the hotel today.
So am I. But we did accomplish a couple things. We had lobster rolls and some food.
My wife had one from Lobster on a roll. Lobster on a roll, and we Uber Eats, and it was really good.
And we had safe travels all the way around. Everybody got here.
Everybody's here
on time.
Maggie's here, right?
Yeah, she. Yes, Rudy. Her she did arrive last night. The lovely Miss Ryan Eagle. The evening was spectacular. We're going to catch you up on all that, of course. I hope everybody watched some football last night, or whatever semblance that was. And we tried to warn you.
You tried to warn us. I said it was going to be the under. You said no way.
In good conscience, we couldn't let you guys spend the rest of your day betting the under in an NFL game, under 29. That would have been unconscionable. I'm glad you listened to us for all of that. When you come to a media row thing at Army Navy, presented by USAA,
right?
One of the things that we get the great pleasure of doing is meeting some friends that we only get to see one time a year. And all the guys that come for this particular event, it's a unique crew of characters that we're going to have today for your show. We will not have the head coach of your Dallas Cowboys.
No,
he.
What happened?
McCarthy, if you've been under a rock, had his appendix attacked him on Wednesday. And he had appendicitis.
And the appendix won?
The appendix won, and he's now wearing it as a necklace. But he had it removed. And up until yesterday, about 5:45 our time, he was committed to doing the show. He was going to come in and go to work. We heard from his assistant late yesterday that he was eager to get back to work, but he found the time that he would have been spending with us would have been better spent in
with his team,
convalesce, I guess,
or resting.
I would hope it's resting. I think he was like most dudes after the surgery, as the anesthesia was still kind of hanging on and everything was still kind of numb. Like, dude, I'm going back to work tomorrow.
Yeah. And again, as much as I love us, right?
We're good people.
He likes us.
Well,
I wouldn't talk to us today either. If I just had my appendix removed, the only person I'm talking to is my wife, and I don't want to talk to her.
And even then, it's through the curtain.
I don't want to talk to her.
So
She sleeps. I can say that out loud.
So the fact that he's not with us is no surprise, but he is not. Now, Stephen Jones was on with the Blitz yesterday.
I listened. I was actually there live when they had Stephen Jones on, and they were trying to.
Yeah, they're kind of tap dancing past it.
They asked him about McCarthy, and then he said exactly what Dan Quinn said. He'll be there Sunday.
Now, in what capacity? Because I don't want to see my head coach holding on to the IV pole, standing there with the IV pole with his headset on.
This is the problem. You ask guys to play with torn meniscus. You ask guys to play with high ankle sprains.
I do.
You ask guys to play with torn rotator cuffs.
I do.
So guess what? You can talk.
No.
You can come and talk. That's all McCarthy has to do.
Has anybody seen Andy Reid?
He don't have to tackle anybody. He doesn't have to complete a pass. All he has to do is this. Z slot, 6 left. Okay.
You can do that up in the booth, right? I don't need him down on the side. You want
No.
Would you like to
Rob, he can come on the sideline.
No, man, you do not. When you look over and your head coach has fallen out just because he had major surgery 3 days ago. And, you do hide football players' helmets from them.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
why did the good Lord give us an appendix if we don't need it?
Yeah, to attack you. Just to wake you up every now and again to go, you know what? As you get older, sometimes these pains are real and they're not going away. I think that was my first entry into man. Like, you're an old man now.
I always wonder, why do we need it? Like your tonsils, your appendix. Like, why do we get those things if we don't need them?
We all have God's little errors. I don't know. It had a purpose at some point. It was described to me from the doctor. I asked the same question as they were about to put me under and take it out of me. And it had something to do with digestion. But you can.
So you don't digest well anymore.
Look at me. Just take one look at me. You think I digest well?
I think you do.
No, I don't know how that goes. We get free breakfast this morning.
Oh, where? When?
I wanted to give you the good news.
I almost cursed. Where's the
we will have across the hall is the ceremonial beginning to the media day. Is USAA hosts a speaker like Mr. Peacock, the big cheese, the suit over at USAA.
He's
over there.
G5. He's on a G5.
Yeah, he has. Yes, and he will be with us for all you USAA types. And on the down low, for those of you who know me, I know a lot of my friends are USAA types. Is there a weird question I should ask him that would
don't do that?
Just let me know.
He's kidding. But
no, I think I'm the one guy in the world that can do this. And what is he going to do? Well, he's the most powerful man in San Antonio.
Is he a part?
He might have me killed.
Is he a part of the Peacock streaming?
No.
His family? Are they the Peacocks?
I think given that he is the CEO of USAA, he could buy the Peacock streaming.
Can we say USAA?
They don't like that.
How you know?
Because I know those guys.
So
it's USAA.
So if I say USAA,
that's not the name of the company. They're military types. You'd think they'd appreciate a good acronym, but they're not.
Okay.
I mean, you can do it. Now, you might not be able to be insured by the company from here on out if you'd like to anger.
I'm not going to do it.
Let's get this show on the road. Coming up, the Spurs are trying to break the streak, but should they? Seriously? When a record is worthy of chasing, it's worthy of achieving, right? And cheesing. And they have an opportunity tonight to set a record, the likes of which we would have never dreamed would have occurred this year. Of course, the Cowboys and Eagles talk. Dak speaks. We're going to hear the plan as per Joey Bosa on how you beat Jalen and the Eagles. And I appreciate the plan, but I just don't appreciate the source. So we'll talk about all of that. So hang around with us. It's going to be a fun day here on R&R. We're live from Media Row up in Baston, nice and warm. My thermometer on my computer says 23 degrees and a sunny day headed our direction.
What city are we in?
We're in Baston.
Baston?
We're in Baston, and our yard and our car, and we have a Harvard grad going to join us. It says so on his byline.
And a Princeton.
I was telling Rudy as we were getting on air, we're having nothing but guests that from schools that would have never let me attend.
Only thing I know about Princeton is Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
They're all like
he wanted to get
every one of those guys is like Carlton.
I wonder if Ross Tucker knows Carlton Banks.
If you know Ross Tucker, you know he does.
He knows Carlton Banks.
I would.
We're talking Carlton Banks with Ross Tucker. Screw football.
Well, yes, and I'm of anybody who would know him, it would be Ross Tucker. For those of you who follow football podcast, Ross Tucker of former Cowboy lore, he stayed the night as a Dallas Cowboy one time, and they
He had a cup
charged
of
him
coffee?
for his helmet, if I'm not
He
mistaken.
had a cup of coffee
Yeah,
with the Cowboys. So
I don't
did
even think he had a chance to finish his coffee.
Okay.
I literally think he had a little bit of honey and left. Hey, let's do this for real. This was an expensive trip, so let's pay for it. We got a nice break coming your way. Coming back, we're talking Spurs. Are they going to get it done tonight, and how will they get it done against those dreaded Bulls? And we got a finals. We know who's going to Vegas.
What the hell was that, Pelicans?
What the hell is going on in New Orleans? Of all the people to say lazy, this guy shouldn't say it.
I know what happened to Bunny Ranch.
It's R&R, and you're on 94.1. That's the San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Big games, big concerts, big events. Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Any city, any event. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, and events from San Antonio to Las Vegas. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-5407. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-5407. That's 800-575-5407. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Pro Paint Days are back for MVP's Pro Rewards members at Lowe's. Now through December 15th, you can earn 10% back in paint rewards via Lowe's e-gift card when you spend $100 or more on qualifying paint purchases. Plus, save $10 on a new and exclusive 5-gallon pail of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Drywall PVA Primer and Sealer. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid 12/4 through 12/15. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/L/pro loyalty terms. Subject to change.
Oh, not this song again.
Hello, Sarah. Real quick, if you had to choose, would you listen to elevator music all day or deal with payroll compliance?
Oh, payroll compliance for sure.
Wait, really?
Staying compliant is so much easier with Gusto. Gusto automatically calculates my taxes and files with all the right agencies for me.
That actually sounds great.
Hold up. Can Gusto help my small business with compliance too?
Of course they can.
Choose payroll compliance without the ups and downs. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
Sadly, millions of pets are euthanized in America every year because the shelters lack the funding to care for them. We are better than that, my friends. I'm John O'Hurley, and I invite you to make an $11 monthly donation to the Puppy Food Bank. Your $11 donation will allow the Puppy Food Bank to direct ship pet food to San Antonio rescue shelters. To help save a pet's life, donate $11 today at puppyfoodbank.org, and they'll send you a very special gift. This pet rescue message has been brought to you by Thomas J. Henry.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at San Antonio's Card House, the premier card house in San Antonio at 281 in Bitters. It's Christmas time, so what better way to celebrate than giving away $125K? That's what they do every month. Going on from now all the way through December 31st, 17 hot seats drawn per day, every hour on the hour from 9 a.m. all the way through 1 a.m. From 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., you got your Royal Flush for $300, Straight Flush for $150, Quads for $75. Also 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., you got your Bomb Pots, 5-card Royal or Straight Flush, $50 time. And of course, you know you got the multipliers. But you know the motto, you got to play to get the pay with the multipliers. From 100 to 149 hours is 2 times, and anything over 150 hours is 3 times. So get in the SA Card House. That's SA Card House 125K giveaway from now all the way through December 31st. SA Card House at 281 in Bitter.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
I love San Antonio, man. I love it.
On 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is about the appropriate theme for today.
This is a scene from Departed.
Yes, it is. And let's continue this debate. The best Boston movie. This is the way we're going to use our YouTube feed. If you're watching us on that channel, the best Boston-esque movie out there. Rockstar was one of the candidates. No, we can't let that.
You can't do Rockstar. And
but
again, that was just Wahlberg. That wasn't Boston.
Right.
That wasn't Wahlberg.
So we came away from yesterday. How about Them Apples? Was maybe the best Boston movie?
No.
We still can't remember. The Robin Williams, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon.
Let's go rob some rich kids.
Yeah, that one.
Let's go to the pot.
But it's either
Goodwill Hunting.
Either that or The Town or The Departed.
See, I don't know if The Town represents Boston because that wasn't in Boston. It was about Boston, but it wasn't. It was kind of set in Charleston.
Well, isn't that like? Didn't we adopt Bernie? Isn't Bernie now ours, or isn't it? Or
yeah, you're right.
I mean, seriously, is it that far away?
Yeah.
To where we can't adopt them? Like we can't take Bernie, but we can take Garden Ridge?
Yeah, we can take Garden Ridge.
But can we take them? So I consider that the one thing only as the I saw a nun with a shotgun. Doesn't that count?
Yeah, it does.
I thought that was on every corner in Boston.
Yeah. What a night.
Yeah.
Can I be totally transparent? I'm hurting.
Rudy, we all know you're hurting.
I'm hurting.
It was
hurting. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
I can't fake the funk.
Tequila laden evening. And,
I'm hurting.
You know, and it's not your fault because yet again, see, the problem with Jason Minix is he's a genuinely nice son of a.
Yes.
He's a great dude, but he is the devil on your shoulder.
Yes.
That Minix is the guy that goes, no, go ahead and jump. No. What I would do if I was you, I would jump off the bridge, and what I would do is a flip as I jumped off that bridge.
And Minix is the guy when you say, hey, man, I'm going to take it in.
No,
you're not.
No, you're not. Here, 5 more shots. And he knows full well you're going to say no to 5 because then you'll say yes to 2.
I'm hurting, y'all.
So it started about midnight.
Midnight?
No, it started about 11, which is 10 o'clock our time.
Right. Which is fine. See,
we were trying to wind down. Rudy and I knew it was going to be a night. And the devil himself, Jason Minix, just starts, plying you with alcohol and humor. And before you know it, you can barely walk out of the bar. And he knows full well that he can sleep till noon.
You see what I'm saying? Like it was brutal.
And then we'll complain to everybody that you were as the next day. So given that, also we carried their show yesterday. You did the early part.
You went on with them too?
Yes. And I did 2 or 3 segments with them.
I did 3.
So
I did 3 segments with them.
That's the vet move that we went through last night. So yeah, last night was great. First of all, the food was fantastic. We've eaten great. We had a lounge singer that looked like Amy Winehouse, and we thought that she had bought these really cool pantyhose or whatever,
right?
That were like with little like tattoo stuff on, like a fake sleeve. No, they were real.
She had us singing along, and that the tattoos were real.
That was crazy, right?
Yeah.
And
well,
she
my
sang
wife
Christmas
was with me,
songs.
so we could talk.
Oh yeah, we can.
We could talk about it.
Objectively, it was an interesting.
Nice tats.
A lot. They went all the way up.
You a tat guy?
Depending on location and theme. I mean, there are some that the location might lead me to ask some questions, but other than that, no, I'm down.
YouTubers chiming in with honors. Joe Pesci was filmed around Boston, I believe.
I don't know that movie.
I don't know with honors.
See, you ask the smart people in the morning, the people with a purpose, and they watch movies that probably have subtitles and some kind of deeper meaning that you have to try to figure out with your wife on the way out.
Right.
Like, why did that person do that? I don't know that one.
I don't want to do The Departed only because I don't want to paint Boston as a mob town. You know what I mean? Like, what do you owe Boston? Why wouldn't you? Because if somebody came, for perfect example, I hate that San Antonio, we're just the taco place. I hate that.
I'm proud of it.
Like, we're much more than just tacos.
Yeah, we do enchiladas, and
you see what I'm saying? And that's why I can't be serious with you. Like, we're much more than just this place that eats tortillas. We're much more than that.
But it's an eye catcher. It's the hook. You come for the tacos, you stay for the people. Hey, put a tag on that. Come for the tacos, stay for the people.
I like that.
There we go. We're idea types.
That's your best take all week.
It doesn't get any better than that. So the market right there at when it's 625, we peaked.
Yeah.
We have not yet begun to peak. Rick Neuheisel.
Iman says Boondock Saints was a great movie based in Boston.
Boondock Saints. Have you seen Boondock Saints?
What is it?
It's one of those Flash movies. It's a Guy Ritchie style movie.
Meaning?
Ultra violence, quick flashes, cool dudes.
Good gun.
Oh yeah, good fights. It's a good movie.
Okay.
It's an art house kind of thing. It's a movie that tried really hard to be good, if that makes sense. It's a good movie.
Keep the Boston movies coming in. Rizzoli and Isles is the best Boston TV show. You ever seen it?
No.
Me neither.
It sounds like a law firm to me.
Vince watches too much TV.
Yeah, Vince. It's a cop drama, I'm sure.
It's always a cop drama. Give me your badge. You ever seen a cop show that didn't they say, give me your badge, give me your gun and badge?
You're too much of a lone wolf, McQuaid.
Yeah. You're off the case.
You're off the case. Give me your gun and your badge.
Like, there's nothing original about cop shows.
You need a break.
I didn't tell you to shoot up the city.
He killed my partner, Rudy.
You see what I'm saying?
Does this give you an idea what the night was like? We promised to talk some Spurs.
I'm not talking.
And last night was
We're
much
not
like we
talking
figured
Spurs,
tonight was going to be tonight.
They got to win a game before we talk about them.
Well,
how about that?
If they're going to do it, it's going to need to be against the Bulls. If they're going to do it, it's going to have to happen
I'm
tonight.
calling it. The streak ends tonight.
And
they're going to beat Chicago.
And let's offer flowers when they're due.
Okay.
The defense, whether it was extraordinary or just self-inflicted failure from the Timberwolves' point of view, at least we held a team to right around 100. We played defense to the extent they had only scored 79 points going into the fourth quarter. Then that's the best we can talk about, though. There was nothing else to bring from that game. So hopefully, if they can just stop laying one or two of those bricks, if Zach Collins can find his range, maybe it might happen. But why would we want to do it tonight when we can, in fact, set an all-time record for the Spurs? 16 will put you at the top of the list. No asterisk. No, we're wanking for Wemby. We already got the dude, and we could set the 16-game consecutive loss record. Why would you want to stop now?
Nah, we're not doing that, Rob. I like it for radio. It sounds good, but I don't want that.
Well, I believe, in fact, that's the very reason why they're going to win. Because I want to be on that list. I don't want to be the starter on the team that lost more games in a row than any team in the history of the franchise, and any team that the greatest coach in basketball, who's coached thousands of games, has ever dealt with. I don't want to be remembered for that.
No, I don't either.
And I think it's for that very reason.
But if I'm Chicago, I don't want to be the team that let them break the streak.
The good news is I think Chicago's got enough of their own problems to even realize what the hell's going on down here. I think that they're in their same situation,
yeah,
right?
Because DeMar DeRozan wants out.
Yeah.
The whole team hates Zach LaVine.
Who could be a Spur, by the way. This could be an interesting night.
I wish we'd pick up Zach LaVine. I'd love that.
Could we say snowball's chance? Can I go ahead and say the chances of Zach LaVine ever being a San Antonio Spur? I would say it like
I got a better chance of waking up and being 6'6".
That would be a much better opportunity. Right. The Cowboys have themselves a game on Sunday night, and it appears that while McCarthy won't be joining us due to his convalescence, he will be at the sidelines. They tell us he's
maybe
gonna try to get himself back into game mode today. We'll talk about practice yesterday. We'll hear from the quarterback of them there, Cowboys, and there's been no better proof that he is indeed an MVP candidate other than the byline that I just read on the ESPN website. Information about Dak I don't give a damn about. We'll talk about that too. It's R&R in the morning, and your Lucky Devils are on 94.1. That's San Antonio Sports Star.
GolfClubOfTexas.com. That's right. That's where you can get the best rates on the best golf course in San Antonio. I was just out there on Sunday. The fairways are fantastic. The greens are fantastic. It's just a really good time out there on the golf course. They put so much time and effort into making sure once you come out to the Golf Club of Texas that you enjoy your round and that it is a good round of golf and it's worth what you're spending. Go to golfcluboftexas.com and check out those rates. And then after you play a little bit of golf, slide into the clubhouse. Get yourself some good food. It's one of the best sit-down restaurants on that side of town, if not the best sit-down restaurant on that side of town. Get yourself some nachos, get yourself some burger. They got some great wings. Also, they got the 10-Cup bar. You know San Antonio is great weather around this time of year. Sit outside at the 10-Cup bar, full bar, and they got the TVs around it, and it is your football headquarters. So I'm sure a couple of people went out there last night and watched that Thursday night game, and you can go out there Sunday night and catch the Cowboys versus Eagles, and guess what? If that game runs long, they are not going to turn the lights off on you. They normally close at 10, but because they're your football headquarters, they're going to make sure that stays on until that game is over. Go to the golfcluboftexas.com, book your tee time right now, especially if you want to play on Saturday or Sunday. I got out there last Sunday about 7:30. Parking lot was jam-packed because it's such a great golf course. Check it all out for yourself at golfcluboftexas.com. That's the Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are in Boston. It is Army-Navy weekend, thanks to the folks at USAA. And I tell you what, Jason, there is a who's who of folks from Army-Navy we're going to be talking to today.
Yeah, Jacob Hester, E.J. Manuel, Joanne Druzy, Brian Jones, and, of course, we're going to get you ready for Cowboys-Eagles as well.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It can happen in an instant. A car accident can change your life forever, from serious injuries to mounting medical bills to battling insurance companies. Accidents make life harder than it should be. If you've been in an accident, George Salinas Injury Lawyers are here for you. They're local, experienced, and ready to fight for results that make a difference. If you've been injured, don't call just any lawyer. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets justice. Hey folks, Steve Brent's here at beautiful Winans Creek Ranch in Bandera, inviting you to our holiday land sale event going on right now. It's the best time of the year to get an incredible deal on a gorgeous 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site here at Winans Creek. Take advantage of deep discounts and terrific bank and special below market seller financing. Plus, ask us about our closing cost bonus offers, saving you even more during our sale. Winans Creek features secluded private settings, spectacular 30-mile views, a gorgeous creekfront park, as well as paved roads, high-speed internet, electric, and more. Plus, Winans qualifies for low ag exempt taxes. The rush of the holidays will be here soon, but there's still time to get a great deal on your 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site you've always dreamed of. So come out and see me today at Winans Creek Ranch, and we'll help put together an incredible deal that will make your holidays bright. Give us a call at 866-952-6323 or go to WinansCreekRanch.com.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text STREAK to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text STREAK to 42424. That's STREAK to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
This is Chris Canepa with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. Listen to this message I received.
First message.
Hi, Chris. This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Connecticut water softener, but getting all those Connecticut units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Connecticut wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Yes, Chris, thanks again for installing our Connecticut. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
Oh. So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners. Thanks, Chris. By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
From all of us at Connecticut, Merry Christmas.
Oh, and Chris, I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
Connecticut.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com.
Always going for it, never punt. Fourth down, last call, Hail Mary, Prescott, touchdown, hey. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on me.
It's R&R. Man, you talk about a guy capitalizing on being a Cowboy fan. They let this dude, Post Malone, they let him design the canes. They let him design a clothing line. First of all, he's a star, okay?
I have a lot of respect for him. I do, but I can't look at him, man. Sorry.
Why? Because the tats on his face?
Yeah.
What?
I'm a middle-aged white man. Give me a break.
You know
so
what?
I'll throw it out there just to know I appreciate the music, but it's a little deep. It's our It's technology, Rudy.
There we go.
And I'm throwing a monkey wrench into it.
Yeah, Post Malone. Like, so have y'all seen the canes that the Cowboys let him design?
The silver and blue.
Yeah.
Did you know there's a Canes here just around the corner?
Why?
Boston has Canes.
Canes is the most overrated.
Now, Rudy.
It's a chicken strip.
Rudy.
A chicken strip is a chicken strip.
Now,
is
Rudy.
a chicken strip.
Well, the chicken strip, yes, it's the sauce and it's the tea. Their sweet tea is good, brother. It is far better than Bill's. I go out of my way.
You know what? I'm just not a tea guy.
Oh, well, that's the separator for me. The chicken is good. I'm not gonna deny that.
I don't like that.
I appreciate it.
I don't like that sauce.
It was an acquired taste.
Yeah, I don't like that.
My first attempt didn't go well. You have to go back in. It's like your first beer. You got to go back and really dedicate yourself.
Yeah, my wife and kids love
it. I didn't like it the first time either. I was like, no, I'm Chick-fil-A. I'm good. You know,
you didn't want to cheat. No, man. Post Malone is capitalized on being a Cowboy fan. Jerry likes Post Malone.
His dad is a Dallas cop, right?
Oh, really?
I think so.
He hasn't retired his pops?
Well, I think
what the hell is that?
Well,
his dad
now his dad's over security for Jerry. No, I think his dad was a Dallas cop. I think that's what
I didn't know that.
So
did not know that.
He's born and bred Dallas.
But it is tough to look at somebody when their whole face is tatted. It's tough to it's kind of like the guy that's cross-eyed. You kind of like you don't want to look directly into his eye. Shout out to my cross-eyed people.
Shaq,
I love y'all.
Shaq, we're talking to you.
Is Shaq cross-eyed?
Every now and then he gets a little walleye vision to me.
I'm looking at Rob, but I'm looking at Rudy.
Hey, where's Kenny running? Hey, Dak Prescott is a legit MVP candidate. That is truly the front runner. You know how I know?
Why is he the front runner?
Because on ESPN's front page today, we have a health and lifestyle segment on Dak Prescott's daily workout routine. Once they have gotten to the point where they feel the need to tell me inside Dak Prescott's daily training session,
he's the MVP.
That's you know what? We need a well-rounded individual. So now we're going to get this. Next week we will get. He was former Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Is he a salmon guy?
Oh, we're gonna know. We will know.
Grilled chicken.
Yeah, we're gonna know how his poops are, how he handles his life.
He's a changed his first diaper. When he changed his first diaper.
All of this stuff we're now going to know as he's become an MVP candidate, and for good reason. Evan, I want to play something before we head to break.
Okay.
Yesterday, Joey Bosa,
Nick.
I'm sorry, was it Nick Bosa?
It was Nick.
One of the Bosa.
It was Nick.
I can't tell them apart.
Joey's the one that doesn't play because he's always hurt.
I'm about to say because he's
always hurt.
So Nick Bosa of the 49ers was talking about how they played the Eagles.
The Eagles.
And you listen to what he says and try to figure out why he said it.
Okay.
This is Bosa yesterday on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, you see it on tape, though. And then, obviously, we put the blueprint out there. Hopefully, the Cowboys watch the tape. We made Jalen stay in the pocket and escape outside instead of those B-gaps, and paid off. Because Jalen's looking at the rush every play. So, yeah, you just have to be disciplined and not give him that quick escape route where he could get to his guys quick, and it paid off.
Look, this San Francisco and Eagles thing is taking on a life of its own. Like, they really don't like each other. I'd tread lightly if I was Nick Bosa.
Yes.
Only because it's like, dude, you there's a good chance. There's a really good chance you're going to have to see this team again. And, you're talking about we put the blueprint out and this and that. And I would tread lightly if I was Nick Bosa.
A little bit of arrogance to that.
Now, they did embarrass the Cowboys and the Eagles. So I understand the confidence, but you don't want to add fuel to the fire. Don't keep throwing logs into the fire when you're quit while you're ahead.
I can tell you it felt like we can do it. We know how to do it.
But I don't think he lied.
No, he told the truth. And that's what I found so annoying about it. But there was this little bit, we can do it, but I'm not sure anybody else can. No, we're the 49ers now. And did you know we have
can the Cowboys do it?
That is really the question.
Will the Cowboys do the Cowboys win Sunday night, Rob?
I think they're going to win for a lot of reasons, not specifically this reason. But I do think that what Bosa was key to what they were talking about is just the diligence of gap control. Like, dude, we know he's trying to get out of the pocket, so don't let him leave. At the end of the day, that's what he's talking about. And they had Discipline, I guess, would be the term. To not let him get out of the pocket.
When you play Lamar Jackson, hell, to some extent, even Josh Allen, of course, Jalen Hurts, you're not really rushing him as much as you're trying to contain him. So you're not really going at him. You're trying to keep him in that pocket, which they did a good job of, clearly, when you blow a team out that way. But
they were also the Eagles, by the way. Was it 2 years ago?
What's that?
They were the first team to really victimize Micah by going directly at him. Was that his rookie year where
they were one of the teams that
just decided we're not going to run from him, we're going to go right at him, and had a modicum of success. And it's that discipline that, Micah is not the same player he was a couple of years ago, but you just can't, chase the cheese and get suckered into a blitz or a chase for a quarterback where they go at or around you where you used to
Let
be.
me go. I got to take a coffee shot. What's modicum? Every time Rob says something, I don't know what it means. I take a coffee shot. What's the modicum?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Just a little.
Why don't you just say a little bit?
Because modicum sounds better.
Just say a little bit.
No, there's some. It sounds cool. I like. It's the alliteration that I live.
See, we get out of town and you start using big words that you don't need to use.
A modicum.
You see, you could have said you could have just said a little bit.
Well, I did when I said modicum.
It's unnecessary to use that word.
It's entirely unnecessary, but that's kind of my day. Our guest list is chock full.
Yes, it is.
For you USAA types, the CEO of this great company, the presenter of the America's Game, Army Navy, Wayne Peacock's going to be here. We're also going to talk football with Ross Tucker, one of our favorite podcasters, former Cowboy.
That went to Princeton.
Rob Ninkovich, you've seen him on TV all the time. He
has a great beard.
Yeah, he's one of the bearded patriots
great beard.
that have good beards and good shoes. So we expect him to be here at
great beard, dude. I can respect the great beard.
And if you were waiting for like right now, you're just joining us. No Mike McCarthy today.
No Mike McCarthy.
Ordinarily, the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys would be with us, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. But McCarthy, if in the pursuit of health and a good night's rest, couldn't join us today. He's still getting back from the surgery, but the expectation is he's going to be busy this weekend. He's actually gonna be coaching until we've heard otherwise. We expected him to come on our show up until a little after 5 o'clock.
You can't ask your players to play with torn meniscus and then you don't play with just because you lost your appendix.
You would accept the fact that he had his appendix out. I think that if it was,
I would accept it more if you had food poison. Food poison is worse than an appendix.
No.
I think so.
Food poisoning
legit food
did
poison.
not involve a knife. At that point, once knives and bleeding are involved,
True.
No matter the length, I'll give you, I've never been sicker than when I had food poisoning.
Oh,
man.
Hooters got
6-8 hour spate of
Hooters got me the drum.
Just
got me.
But I will tell you, it pales in comparison.
Yeah.
To the pain that will literally drive you to get in the car, honey, take me to the hospital. Think about how bad that would be for most.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
To where you, like a guy like Mike McCarthy's like, nope, I'm going to have to go to the hospital. To say that out loud was the most difficult thing I ever had to. So we get it, Coach. Get better and get ready because Philly will be Sunday night. And we got that whole experience for you right here live on R&R because that's what we do. Coming back, more sports talk coming to you from Beantown. That's right, Boston. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know what I love best about SA Card House? That I don't care if you're just starting out playing poker or you're a pro, they got you covered. I go out there on the free roll nights on Mondays, and I really don't know what I'm doing, but guess what? The dealers take care of me. The other players take care of me. The different employees take care of me. It's such an inviting place, and all skill levels are always welcome out at SA Card House at 281 in Bitters. And for Christmas, all the way through December 31st, they're going to be doing the $125K giveaway. 17 hot seats drawn per day, every hour starting around 9 a.m., all the way through 1 a.m., they're doing 17 hot seats. You got your 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. You got your Royal Flush for $300, Straight Flush for $150, and your Quads for $75, and the Bomb Pots 5-card Royal or Straight Flush 50 times. And you got to play to get the pay. That's right, the multipliers. 100 to 149 hours, you're going to get 2 times the multiplier. And once you get up over 150 hours, it's 3 times the multiplier. So you got to play to get the pay. And then after that, and you playing that much, you're going to need a little bit to eat. That's why they got the Foster's Bar and Grill attached to SA Card House. 3 of the top 3 of the best chefs in all of San Antonio, some of the best bread pudding that you'll ever have. And my favorite thing, they got breakfast all day long and one of the best old fashions you'll have as a nightcap once you're done playing. Check it out yourself at sacardhouse.com. That's SA Card House at 281 in Bitters.
94.1 FM, San Antonio Sports Star.
Are lab-grown diamonds ecologically friendly? They were developed in laboratories, but most of the millions of lab-grown diamonds in jewelry stores were manufactured in huge factories in China and India. Tens of thousands of massive furnaces are heated to about 20% of the temperature of the surface of the sun, put under immense pressure, and held there for 2 to 3 weeks to produce the lab-grown diamond. These furnaces use a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity produced in China and India by mostly coal-powered plants. This subsidized coal-powered electricity is used to produce inexpensive, easily identifiable lab-grown diamonds, whose wholesale price has crashed to almost nothing. Some jewelers still try to sell them for thousands of dollars, while others give them away for free with a purchase. America's Diamond only offers traditional, real, natural, earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Visit Boot Barn for savings on top quality holiday gifts this week only. We're offering $40 off exotic cowboy boots and up to $40 off select leather western boots. Our holiday specials this week also include 25% off select outerwear, western shirts, flannels, and jeans. Additionally, we're offering savings on children's outerwear and denim. Visit us this week and save on gifts for the whole family. Boot Barn, unwrap the West.
Not to brag, but every year my friends and family say I give the best gifts. And that's because every year I shop at Kohl's. I found a beauty gift set from Sephora that my daughter will love. Got 20% off glassware, perfect for my sister who's hosting. And scored 60% off PJs my husband will live in all winter long. Then I saved 20% on some of my finds and earned Kohl's cash. So thank you, Kohl's, for always helping me win the holidays. Select styles, Sephora, coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply. Some exclusions apply. Offers end December 10th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No, we tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly, different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
If you're trying to make the NBA in-season tournament more exciting to watch, it's the knockout stage of that in-season tournament. Easiest way to do that is download the Underdog Fantasy app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com, get signed up, and play their pick'em game. And when you sign up, use my promo code STAR, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Plus, new customers will have a mystery special pick live in their pick'em lobby. I love playing the pick'em game where you pick between 2 and 5 players, and all you have to do is select whether they will be higher or lower their predicted stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single game by going 5 for 5. It is a fantasy game, but you can win real cash money, and it is legal in the state of Texas. Must be over 18, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Promo code STAR when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com or download the Underdog Fantasy app.
Good morning, everybody. Joe Reinigle here, coming up on the Blitz with day 2 of Army-Navy weekend, and we've got a who's who of guests we're going to have for you today, including Joanne Druzzi. How about E.J. Manuel and Brian Jones, the former Texas Longhorn, plus John Machota will join us at 5:15. Hey, Rob, are you still playing with that shower water wiggle thing in your bathroom?
Water wiggle. It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. He's Rudy. I'm Rob. I want to clarify something. And I talked a little bit about it yesterday. We when we come up on USAA, which we are at on Radio Row here for the Army-Navy game, presented to you by USAA, the mothership there in San Antonio, the home of. We are staying in nice hotels. I mean, this is nice places, and our bathroom has a really cool shower. It's one of those that's got like the rain shower up above, and then there's a it's chrome and really fancy, and then there's a pole, and right in the middle is a very over designed handheld shower implement. And I was in the shower yesterday and early in the morning getting ready for the show, and I pulled the handheld thing off just to see what it was, and it was a tremendous flow of wonderfully soft water. And I don't have one of these things in my house, personally in my shower, and I decided I was going to use it in places that might not have been used before.
Places you haven't seen in a while.
The nether regions were getting a good scrubbing. Let's go. And it was early. So I was in the bath. I didn't realize the force at which that shower, and I shot the water over the top of the shower curtain.
You rainbowed it?
Dude, by the time I got out of the shower, I didn't realize what I had been doing. So I opened the shower curtain, and it is like it had rained. It was like a hose had been set into my shower. And I had sprayed it so much so like the towels that are folded neatly underneath the cabinet were like soaked. Wow. I mean, everything was wet, but it was early in the morning, so I had to get up and leave. So I didn't clean anything up, but we were done with our show yesterday in time for me to get there just as the maid was in the bathroom. So I walk in the bathroom like, hello, I'm here. And I just want to drop my backpack off. And I look in as I come to the door, and she is mopping in the bathroom and gave me a look like, you're the guy. Like, what the hell is your problem? That's all that happened.
Did you feel bad or you didn't care?
Well, I didn't feel bad. I knew when I left. I mean, there was a lot of water.
So the whole time you're doing
I had to use every towel just to
didn't realize it was going out the shower?
No, I didn't. I honestly did not. I wouldn't have done that, but I was getting at angles. So there was angles to this.
I didn't use that thing. I didn't use it.
Trust me. Treat yourself. Everybody needs a little bit of me time.
It's like a bidet in the shower.
It was. I'm not going to say how I used it.
You use it as a bidet.
But I'm telling you, I was a better man for it. You will be better people if you will hold on. We got a whole lot to do. We actually have guests that are willing to sit with us in the next hour. Have we heard from RJ Ochoa?
Not yet.
Well, we are going to have the one of our favorite guys going to join us in just a couple of minutes. Rick Neuheisel.
He's a Colorado.
He's got San Antonio affiliation. We're talking college football. Pro football was one of the best. Rick Neuheisel next here on R&R.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 210-615-7777 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Time to start planning your Christmas dinner, and that starts at Tri-County Meat Market. Jason Minix here from the Blitz. Tri-County Meat Market has started taking orders for Christmas prime rib, tenderloins, and gift boxes. Order soon because they do have a limited supply. The gift boxes are variations of steak, sausage, jerky, and seasonings, and very popular. And for that Christmas dinner, you need to order your prime rib or tenderloin ahead of time. So get into one of the 2 Tri-County Meat Market locations today. Ralph Fair Road and on Heavener, TriCountyMeat.com.
Hey folks, Steve Brent's here at beautiful Winans Creek Ranch in Bandera, inviting you to our holiday land sale event going on right now. It's the best time of the year to get an incredible deal on a gorgeous 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site here at Winans Creek. Take advantage of deep discounts and terrific bank and special below market seller financing. Plus, ask us about our closing cost bonus offer, saving you even more during our sale. Winans Creek features secluded private settings, spectacular 30-mile views, a gorgeous creekfront park, as well as paved roads, high-speed internet, electric, and more. Plus, Winans qualifies for low ag exempt taxes. The rush of the holidays will be here soon, but there's still time to get a great deal on your 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site you've always dreamed of. So come out and see me today at Winans Creek Ranch, and we'll help put together an incredible deal that will make your holidays bright. Give us a call at 866-952-6323 or go to WinansCreekRanch.com.
Get the home field advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield by Marriott has everything you need to get ready for game day. From comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast, Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels and official hotel partner of the NCAA. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I feel like I'm constantly cleaning hair off my bathroom floor. At least my Swiffer sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths have ultra-thick pads to trap and lock hairs, like a hair magnet. And when I'm finished cleaning up my hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. Now the hair's gone, all thanks to Swiffer. Try Swiffer Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths. I promise you'll love them or your money back. And also try Swiffer Sweeper Wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
This is Jim Rome. Have a take, don't suck on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM, Floresville.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs try to break the 15-game losing streak as they welcome the Bulls into town tonight. Their tip-off is set for 7:30. The Cowboys have a chance to jump into a tie with both the Eagles for the division and the 49ers and Eagle for the NFL lead as Dallas welcomes the Philadelphia Eagles in the Jerry World Sunday night. And you can catch it right here on San Antonio Sports Star with the pregame at 6.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up. Oh, wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam.
I want some rest.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R in the morning, a Friday edition. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson, and we ain't in Kansas anymore or San Antonio, sitting comfortably in Boston as we are on Radio Row for the Army-Navy game presented to you. Yeah, it is a bit cooler than our comfortable confines. And it's going to be a good hour. We're glad you're with us. And one of the great things about coming together for Army-Navy game is such a large family environment. It's one of the best things we do every year because we get to speak with one of our best guys every year. Rick Neuheisel
sitting in with us. San Antonio ties for sure, working the game for always. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you, Coach.
It's fun to be with you boys. And just for this segment, can we name the show R&R?
Yes, let's do it.
Can we do that?
I'm fine with that.
Just kind of rolls off your tongue.
Let's do that.
So we say real, raw, and Rick. There we go.
Yeah.
First of all, Coach, it's always great to see you because it's the perfect ending to a regular season of a controversial football. We put the end of the regular season of college football in the right way and an environment that kind of harkens back to the good old days.
Well, you guys are right in the thick of it, right there in San Antonio, Texas. You have the Texas story as they punch their ticket for the first time to the college football playoff. Austin is 60
just
miles
a little
away.
north, yes, sir.
Yeah, and then you've got Jeff Traylor right there in town, who was part of the conversation.
We had to fight
both Texas A&M and Houston.
Yeah, we had to fight.
I mean, goodness gracious, and the Roadrunners were right in the thick of things again. So, you were right in the crosshairs, given all that's going on at Texas A&M, whether it be the changing of the guard of the head coaching position or the battles with the NCAA as they started to incentivize their booster group to become part of a collective, which is a complete departure from the way things used to be done in recruiting. Yeah, you were right there.
To be in those
the eye of the storm,
and certainly there's a level of familiarity that we have with the process, though it might not have been talked about openly. But the portal transfers and the incentivizing of getting players, and we're old hats at this. We've been giving away cars and money for a long time.
He's an actor.
So, and the legendary stories about that. But let's talk about that for a bit as we kind of look at the different sides of college football. Your experience with Colorado, what they were, what they went to, and what they have become under Deion is certainly the most representative of the modern era of college football.
It was the epicenter for 3 weeks.
Right.
It was.
Yes.
I mean, everybody who loved college football was trying to get a ticket to Boulder. Trying to get there and be a part of that scene that Coach Prime had created. And I was with Deion in his final year in the NFL. He was in Baltimore, and I was still on the staff there with the Ravens. So I have great appreciation for who Deion is, and he's the real deal now. The question is, can you build a roster in the way that he's trying to build a roster, which is, kind of free agency? He said he was bringing his luggage and it was Louis, and how much of it ended up being Louis and how much of it ended up being kind of old man Samsonite.
Or
I don't know.
knockoff Louis.
Stuff. Exactly. The bottom line is it's painstaking to build a culture and to get the kind of people that fit the culture. And it can't happen overnight. It just doesn't work that way. I guess once in a blue moon it does, but more often than not, it takes more time than that. So we'll wait and see what becomes of the program there in Colorado. But for a while, it took the nation by storm. And, college football, given all the stuff that's going on the peripheral, always delivers. The 18 to 22-year-olds always deliver. They love the game. They're becoming more and more talented as we get older. And we've got great coaches out there that know how to get them in the right places and, scheme up both offense and defense. And we were treated to a great college football season, such that an undefeated Power 5 team didn't get into the playoff.
That is Rick Neuheis, a college football analyst with CBS and ESPN, and no one has seen more football than you, and especially as a kind of a West Coast-centric thing as we see the end of the Pac-12.
Can't even believe we're saying those.
What was
Donna Summer is going in my head. The Last Dance. Where's the mirror ball?
What a way to go out. The Pac-12 was as good a conference as they have been in 10 years, and yet, that's without USC being good.
And yet the College Football Committee almost forgot that. The Washington as an undefeated team was sitting outside the top 4 for much of the ranking.
Right.
And all of a sudden people were forgetting that the Pac-12 was sitting there as I guess there was enough respect for Oregon as a one-loss team. They were 9.5-point favorites over Washington, the undefeated team. That was mismanaged by whoever was in Vegas making that line.
We were destined for a travesty. We were, given the situation, and you talked about it with Florida State. Is it justifiable? I mean, is there justification for what occurred, or was this just the perfect way to end this silly system?
We built this thing for that limo scene in The Bachelor, right? For the team that's being excommunicated because they didn't get the rose. We didn't know it would be an undefeated team, but we built this with 4 spots and 5 conferences. We were going to have that scene where someone was jilted. This time it was a blue blood in Florida State, an undefeated blue blood. And I'm glad it's behind us. Let's get to 12.
No, you're absolutely right. Now, it's already hard enough just recruiting, Coach. But now not only do you have to recruit, you also have to keep your guys.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
re-recruit.
Would you want to coach in this climate?
You know,
I'm not one to complain.
You can fix things faster.
Explain that.
You can completely overhaul like Dion did.
Right.
I mean, there was luggage coming in, which means there had to be luggage moving out. Right. You can change your roster. Mel Tucker at Michigan State a couple of years ago went and got a running back out of Wake Forest and a number of other kids, and all of a sudden won 11 games and got himself a $90 million deal, $95 million deal. Now things didn't go.
Be careful how you get it.
Exactly.
Right.
But you can change. Lincoln Riley changed the fortunes of USC. Again, you go so fast. Do you really get what you need? Because you're, pulling off the shelf before you've really evaluated. So you got to be careful. But yes, there is an opportunity to fix things quickly. There is also, unfortunately, the opportunity to lose things. And that's why the NCAA changed the rule. When the season's over, you got a dead period to re-recruit your team and decide who's going to be in and who's going to get nudged out. You saw Kyle McCord, the quarterback at Ohio State. That's a conversation that goes like this. Kyle, we're going to go look for a quarterback. We like you. You're going to be able to compete for the job, but we are not going to tell you the job is yours. We're going to go try to get a Cam Ward or, a Riley Leonard, from Duke. We're going to go try to get one of those guys. And Kyle and probably his inner sphere, probably dad or something like that. Quarterback's dad are notorious for this. We're taking our ball and going home.
This is Coach Rick Neuheisel joining us here on R&R. I love your perspective. You'll be doing the game, and I want to compare what we're talking about toward the game and the players that are in this game. But you touched on a couple of things that are so vital. In San Antonio, you brought up Jeff Traylor, who was a very hot property. And one of the issues that Jeff Traylor is running into at UTSA is just, quite frankly, money. There's just not enough money for anything in the conference that they have joined as they have upgraded.
Right.
And there is a constant, and it's an ongoing issue with Coach Traylor in these mid-level schools of being poached. And Coach Traylor has talked about it like they're already calling my guys already, other teams, other schools. And he told us
they're AAA. They're AAA.
I'm finding out through the high school coaches. They don't want me to know, but they're already poaching it. Is there a fix to this, given the way you talked about it's a way to change your program overnight?
Here is my hope. And I don't know that this is a realistic hope. The likelihood is small. But here's my hope. We have no one in college football right now that has the job description to look at this whole enterprise from 30,000 feet. Everybody's got a job to look at after their conference or their team. And so no one's a bad guy. But at day's end, this collective notion where we're asking boosters for more and more money to pay players, and it's strictly that, pay for play, is non-sustainable. We have to go to rev share. We have to go to the television place and say we're going to have to give, just as professional enterprises do, there's going to be a 35-40% collectively bargain that's going to go to the labor force, which is our student athletes. They don't have to necessarily be employees. And I saw the president at Baylor talk about this in response to the new president, Charlie Baker's notion that we're going to start getting these kids jobs within the university and work the NIL space out of the university rather than try to offload it to outside enterprises. If that happens, then the way to grow the television pie is to go to the marketplace as one. You can't go to the marketplace as SEC and Big 12 and Big 10 only, because the Big 12 and ACC are going to be left behind. We've already left the Pac-12 behind. They've been excommunicated. If we want this to be what is sustainable, we have to go as one. That was a Pete Rozelle axiom from years ago in the NFL. All of us need to go as one. the NFL spins out $10 billion a year from television.
Right.
College football right now is at 3.5. There's no way we're 35% as popular as pro football. We can be every bit as popular.
Yes.
But let's just say we want to get to 70% of that deal. That's just doubling what we are making. If we can do that, there's plenty for the students. And I mean all students, not just football players, but the women's basketball team, the Title IX things get checked off there. Now you can go to the courts and say, you know what, this is a fair. Now we can regulate the movement, give kids 2-year contracts so there's an opportunity to go someplace else, but there's also stability. There's money for the kids. There's insurance for the kids, a springboard for life, because the one thing we know is these kids are not all going to the NFL. They're going to about 2% are going. So we need to give them some leg up outside of the game. And in so doing, we can make this a wonderful enterprise. And programs like UTSA, whatever that dividing is, can be solvent. They can when the compete.
Tide rises, right?
And those 2-year deals can be, I can keep my 2-year deals. And if there's a trade, okay, somebody says, I'm going to go to Texas from UTSA because I want to play on that stage. Well, then somebody from Texas can come to UTSA and be a part of that program. Somehow, some way, we can make this all fit and be sustainable as a model, not necessarily all equal, but certainly all sustainable.
I'm running with that. That's the first time I've heard somebody, say revenue sharing, because you look at NBA, everybody does it. That's
what has to happen.
The little guy has to have somewhere to eat, and then it doesn't come down to the city.
And the great
trying
thing
to
about
figure
the
out
NFL
how to raise the money.
is the Cincinnati Bengals, who were down on the bottom at the bottom, all of a sudden get a guy like Joe Burrow, and they go to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. Army Navy. What separates this game from most college games for you, Rick?
The commitment. I mean, we love our athletes being committed to the team enterprise, but think about the team for these two programs. The team is much bigger than themselves. This is when you're on the sideline for the beginning of this game, you look into the faces of all the march on, cadets and midshipmen, and you're like, these kids aren't old enough to be making this kind of decision.
Right.
That they're going to put themselves in harm's way, or, and think of something bigger than themselves at 18 years old, 19 years old. And yet you just see the pride in their faces as they march on. They're not playing that day. And then all of a sudden the guys in the uniforms start coming out there, and you realize they're not playing at Alabama. They're not playing at Georgia, but they are playing. And the intensity of the game is such that you just get a warm place in your heart that, you know what, this is really, really special stuff. I tell all my friends all over who ask, what's it like to go to the SEC championship game or coach in the Rose Bowl and all that stuff. And I said, listen, go to an Army-Navy game and you get it and you feel it, what it's supposed to be. It's the biggest bucket list of things that I've done in my college career, and I can't wait to do it again. And I love that we're moving it around.
Yeah.
The folks here in the Boston area and Providence area are so excited about the game. Signs all over the towns, welcome, so it is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I've got some trivia questions for you guys.
All right.
Okay, we got to get yourselves ready here.
Okay, let's
so
do it.
This is the 124th game.
Right.
All right. Do you know what the records are? Who has the edge here?
I want to say Navy is up. There's 7
Navy
ties.
62, 54, and 7.
Yes.
All right.
7
What
ties.
is the highest point total between the two in a game?
Highest point total,
I'd say 50.
Oh, I'd go 90.
70.
70. It hadn't been that high.
58-12 Navy in 2002. What is the lowest point total in the game?
Well, I'm going to go 3.
10.
0.
They tied 0-0.
100 years ago, a 0-0 tie.
And on that note, even Steven, that is the head coach of Colorado and former Clinton Mangus employee, Rick Neuheisel.
Still waiting on that.
We're all waiting on that.
They owe you some money, Rick.
Coach Rick Neuheisel stopping by for his regular. Thank you so much, Coach, for being who you are and doing what you're doing. It's been a genuine pleasure to catch up with him again. I hope we caught that on tape. Edwin, will you transcribe the actionable things that Coach Neuheisel brought up? Because I think we heard the answer.
Yeah, we did. That's 0.
When any of us hear revenue sharing, would all perks up our ears.
That's the best idea I've heard, because that's the only way the UTSAs, the Texas States, the Tulanes. That's the only way they survive.
It made valid sense, and a guy who has seen it from both sides of the coin. He's been at the bigs.
I totally agree with that.
Hey, coming back, let's talk to Dallas Cowboys. The Philadelphia Looms, they might have a head coach on the sidelines. We're not sure. And their quarterback is telling us how he works out every day. Let's look at the Cowboys. How are they going to beat them Eagles? That's next. It's R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are in Boston. It is Army-Navy weekend, thanks to the folks at USAA. And I tell you what, Jason, there is a who's who of folks from Army-Navy we're going to be talking to today.
Yeah, Jacob Hester, EJ Manuel, Joanne Drewsy, Brian Jones, and of course, we're going to get you ready for Cowboys-Eagles as well.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Accused of a crime? Our team of former prosecutors turned criminal defense attorneys can help you be a step ahead of your legal problem. The LaHood & Norton Law Group knows both sides of the criminal justice system. Our team is your best defense. Let us be your legal bodyguards. We can handle all criminal cases, state or federal. Call us to review your case at 210-797-7700.
Joe Reinagle here. I want to tell you about something that has completely changed my life. I had vision correction surgery at Parkhurst New Vision. The results are amazing. The readers are a thing of the past. Hey, if you're like me and tired of those glasses, call Parkhurst New Vision at 210-585-2020. They offer a variety of services like vision correction surgery. So call Parkhurst New Vision, 210-585-2020, or get them online at sanantoniolasik.com.
Hey folks, Steve Brent's here at beautiful Winans Creek Ranch in Bandera, inviting you to our holiday land sale event going on right now. It's the best time of the year to get an incredible deal on a gorgeous 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site here at Winans Creek. Take advantage of deep discounts and terrific bank and special below market seller financing. Plus, ask us about our closing cost bonus offers, saving you even more during our sale. Winans Creek features secluded private settings, spectacular 30-mile views, a gorgeous creekfront park, as well as paved roads, high-speed internet, electric, and more. Plus, Winans qualifies for low ag exempt taxes. The rush of the holidays will be here soon, but there's still time to get a great deal on your 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site you've always dreamed of. So come out and see me today at Winans Creek Ranch, and we'll help put together an incredible deal that will make your holidays bright. Give us a call at 866-952-6323 or go to WinansCreekRanch.com.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my Cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial. Must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
The holidays are here. Go to omahasteaks.com and take advantage of 50% off site-wide. Shop carefully curated gift packages that are guaranteed to make spirits bright all winter long. Plus, when you use code SIZZLE at checkout, get an extra $30 off your order. Omaha Steaks is a gift from the heart, a gift that'll be remembered with every unforgettable bite. Order with complete confidence today, knowing you're ordering the very best. That's omahasteaks.com. Promo code SIZZLE at checkout. Minimum order may be required.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at San Antonio's Card House, the premier card house in San Antonio at 281 in Bitters. It's Christmas time, so what better way to celebrate than giving away $125K? That's what they do every month. Going on from now all the way through December 31st, 17 hot seats drawn per day, every hour on the hour from 9 a.m. all the way through 1 a.m. From 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., you got your Royal Flush for $300, Straight Flush for $150, Quads for $75. Also 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., you got your Bomb Pots, 5-card Royal or Straight Flush, $50 time. And of course, you know you got the multipliers. But you know the motto, you got to play to get the pay with the multipliers. From 100 to 149 hours is 2 times, and anything over 150 hours is 3 times. So get in the SA Card House. That's SA Card House 125K giveaway from now all the way through December 31st. SA Card House at 281 in Bitter.
Smoker's Paradise, your premium smoke shop. Fully stocked to shop everything you need for your smoking needs under one roof. Vaporizers, disposable e-cigarettes, hookah accessories, water pipe, cigars, and more. With 16 area locations, including the newest at 8214 FM 78. Visit smokersparadise.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Happy holidays from your neighbors at El Guacamole Mexican Grill. Place your breakfast or lunch order today. Visit them at 250-20 Blanco or call 210-499-5364. Hot, fresh, made-to-order Mexican dishes. El Guacamole Mexican Grill.
Texas, the Powerball jackpot is over $400 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go to jackpot.com, choose your lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com, jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Jason Minix. He loves him some Metallica. He's seen GNR, Blink 182, and Pink. I said Pink. I said Pink. And he's one half of the Blitz.
When did they do these? And who was that guy? Who was the voiceover?
We had to leave town for those to happen. I don't know.
I like Pink.
Crickets.
There's nothing wrong with Pink.
We want to thank Rick Heisman for stopping by. We kept him a little long. Very interesting stuff. Every day we talk San Antonio Spurs. It's Talking Silver and Black. We do it on the daily. Make sure you are liking, subscribing to this, because you ain't getting any better knowledge about the Spurs than from right here, Rudy and I, on the daily. So tonight is an opportunity for the Spurs to mark their names in the record book, to plant their flag for something that might not ever be achieved again. The 16-loss opportunity arrives. The Chicago Bulls on the docket tonight, coming off a nice road loss, if you can say such things, as competitively,
yes,
at least they were in it. Tonight's the Chicago Bulls. You believe that they can do
it.
This.
Happens tonight, baby. The streak ends tonight. I'm calling it. I'm calling my shot right now.
Is it because they're just good enough to do it, or is it because these guys are going to turn it up to whatever level they need to make sure they're not the team that lost 16 straight games?
Well, I don't believe in the Chicago Bulls, number one. I mean, they're okay. Billy Donovan didn't even know the rules to the damn in-season tournament, let alone, come in here and win. And there's turmoil within the team. I know DeMar DeRozan's been injured, once out. There's a lot going on in Chicago. The team hates Zach LaVine. They've had more player-only meetings than any team in the history of basketball. It's just a bad situation up there in the windy city of Chicago. So, and with the Spurs kind of sort of turning the corner defensively, I think they get a win tonight.
Given we saw a completely different starting lineup after that short little mini camp break where Jeremy went to the bench and Chetty Osman is now a starter. So they actually started the game without what we would consider a point guard. Devin Vassell took it over. And actually his productivity, not only through just running the team, he scored a lot of buckets. He had a good game, as good a game as he's had in a bit. He's the best player on the team by far. And he thrived in this new position. Do you expect that lineup will stick, considering how well they did play?
Pop always, and I say this, knowing that he kind of doesn't, but he normally kind of sticks with things for a little bit. So I would think that this lineup stays the same as it was. You put Vassell back in the starting lineup, and then you got Chetty in there. I think it stays the same, but then again, it's Pop, and you never know. And I'm talking all this crap about the Chicago Bulls. They have won 3 in a row. They beat the Bucks, they beat the Pelicans, and they beat the Hornets. So they've won 3 games in a row against 2 good teams, in the Pelicans and the Bucks. The Hornets, that's debatable. So we'll see.
As we play
what's up
through this weekend, this is one of those weird, if you had made the playoffs, you wouldn't be playing here, you'd be playing in Vegas kind of game. So there's some sudden schedule changes over the last week, notably here in Boston. We didn't even know up until last week that Boston would have a home basketball game against the Knicks.
I know, and the guys from Tampa are going to the game tonight.
So the finals are Saturday night in Vegas. Last night was the semis.
Last night was
and
the semi.
New Orleans, speaking of not knowing the rules.
What the hell was that?
They get rolled by, what was it, 44?
They got beat by 44.
How, in a semifinal game?
I'll tell you how it happened. Las Vegas. You got a bunch of youngsters on that team. They went out. And again, it's the in-season tournament. It's just another regular season game. You don't get to go to Vegas in the regular season if you're an NBA player. Like every other league has a team in Vegas. But, I mean, first of all, these guys can go to Vegas or Turks and Caicos, wherever they want. They got the money to. But you get to go to Vegas. And they talked about it actually prior to the game. Like, hey, man, Vegas is going to be a good time. Vegas is going to be a good time. Clearly, Vegas was a good time because they got beat by 44.
And you said it the other day, the last thing we need as basketball fan is a bunch of LeBron slurpers talking about a mid-season win.
Did you see that? They beat them by 44. And did you see last night there was the mashup? It was the TNT crew, and then it was Stephen A. Smith's crew. They did a mashup together last night.
It sounds like a wrestling match.
But they had their own sets, but they were together.
Were they together?
Yes.
Did anybody run to the telestrator with?
Barkley told Stephen A. don't come on my show screaming.
Really?
Yeah, he did. He said, don't come on my show with all that loud talking.
And did he?
Of course he did.
Of course. That's a novel idea. It's kind of like crossing the
It's
streams.
the NBA saying, hey, man, we're spending a lot of money with TNT and ESPN. Y'all are going to do a show together, and you're going to like it.
So the Pacers and the Bucks. That was the other game, right?
Right, and the Pacers won that game.
Without playing defense.
Without playing defense. And Halliburton, man, continues to be the star of this NBA season. He had 27 points last night, even did a little Dame time. The thing about Halliburton is while he doesn't play any defense, he had 27. He had 15 assists as well.
Yeah, that's his defense.
He's a giver.
Yeah, he is a giving man by nature. I think when we talked about what the midseason tournament could be, what was the best case, it's this. Because think about what they got. We are crowning a next in Halliburton, the guy that is the next Shea Gilgeous, the next guy that's really going to be a star in this league, and he'll be juxtaposed against the Laker team, holding on. It's perfect for them. If they had scripted this, as Silver had sat down in preseason, what can we get? Let's find a young star to go against LeBron.
Wow,
and the Lakers.
I didn't think about that. LeBron again, 30 points, 4 for 4 from three-point land, 8 assists, 5 rebounds.
It's getting hard, Rudy. It's getting hard.
It's getting hard.
It's getting hard. It's getting hard to stand tall on the mountain.
So say it with your chest. Is LeBron the GOAT? Say it with your chest.
I can't yet, but if I woke up tomorrow and did, it wouldn't be that big of a surprise. I mean, look at last night. It's just
LeBron. He smells it. LeBron wants this in-season tournament because again, LeBron and his Slurper Nation, they're going to use this as a feather in his cap for the GOAT debate.
There are certain guys, there's certain teams, there's certain people that should never be associated with certain words. And when I see Zion takes blame for being too laid back in a headline.
He said that?
He said, I'm looking at it on the ESPN page, Zion takes blame, too laid back in 44-point loss. Well, you know what? Zion, if I saw you lose by 44, I know you were too laid back. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to give me a my bad. I know it was your bad, and it was your fault.
Vegas is a good time. I'm just going to lay it. I'm going to lay it right there. Vegas is a good time. You got, that's a really young team outside of C.J. McCollum. They enjoy Vegas, and it showed. 44 is ridiculous. And, again, it's unfortunate because we've had a good in-season tournament. If I have a good in-season tournament, then that's how the semifinals worked out. That's awful. They gave up 43 points in the third quarter, but whatever. That's going to be the highlight of their season.
I don't recall the court. What was the court? Was it the blue court? What court were they on?
I don't know who was home and who was away. I can't remember.
But they're not in Vegas yet.
It was blue and red. No, they're in Vegas. They're in Vegas.
So it was just a blue and red court. They didn't play with their own particular.
No.
Because they're going to have to get some use out of these things. We only got to use ours.
The Lakers were the home team. Whatever that means. When a neutral site, you still have.
But they didn't bring their own floor.
It was like blue and red. It was like NBA color.
It looked like they were playing on a cafeteria. They moved all the tables aside in the gym.
100% right.
Put the goals up.
100%.
16 games, man. We're gonna do it.
No, they're gonna beat the Bulls tonight. Zach LaVine's. They said he's gonna be out another 3 to 4 weeks. I think the Spurs win tonight. I really do.
We had the opportunity, if we'd have known better, to go see the Celtics take on the Knicks tonight. You want to talk
got
about
a concert to go to?
One of those legendary matchups in the Fleet Center.
Yeah, the Tampa guys, they knew. They're like, hey, man, we're going to go to the game.
Why aren't we going?
Some type of concert. Was it country?
No, that's not why we're not going.
Yes, it is.
No.
Why is not?
Because we have to entertain others.
Oh, to be totally honest with you, my wife would have rather went to the game.
No, I don't think we could have gotten them in, is what I'm saying.
Oh, because we'd have used our media passes?
We wouldn't have been able to go. And we probably, if we really applied ourselves, could still go.
Yeah, I don't want to pay. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can't go then. No.
Well, no, we could, Rudy, you're kind of a big deal.
Sometimes.
So, we would just send a picture of the limo guy holding your name. And they're like, this is this guy. And we want to come to the game. Maybe we'll get some credentials.
Absolutely. YouTubers chiming in. Like, subscribe, comment. Grunge Pup says LeBron's not even the second best. And I hated Kobe. Do you agree with that? Because, because the thing about it is, we're leaving out Wilt. We're leaving out Bill Russell. There's Michael Jordan. Like, where is he in the pantheon? Kareem.
Who, LeBron?
Are any of them even? Is LeBron even better than Kareem?
Yes.
Kareem has
objectively, yes.
Kareem has 6 titles and 6 MVPs.
Yes, he does. But objectively, he was a better player because I can't even put Kareem as the best center of all time.
Excuse me?
You just mentioned 2 others that I would put ahead, Wilt and Bill. You just mentioned them.
You would put Wilt ahead of Kareem?
The man averaged 50 points a game. The man had 100. They had to change the rule.
I don't know.
Dude, there's no question. He was a man among it's not even fair what he did at the time he was great.
I'm not putting Wilt ahead of Kareem. I can't do that. Wilt, considering he averaged 50, he should have had more than 1 or 2 rings.
Well, the Bill is the other guy that I put ahead.
Bill Russell is Bill Russell's the big reason for that.
So you pick either one. That's why I'm saying I can't even put Kareem in the top 2. So I can put LeBron as the best small forward ever set foot on the planet without any hesitation.
Wow.
Without any pause.
You got LeBron ahead of Larry Bird?
Yes. Yes. No question. I love Larry. There's nothing wrong with being third best all time. I mean, I ain't trying to take anything from him. He just got stepped.
And so where's Tim on your pantheon of big men?
He's a power forward.
I'm just talking big man.
Well, yeah.
Let's just go big man. Let's not do power forward to center. Where's Tim?
In the top, along with, because I will get your argument, because the fact of the matter is, when we look at his game,
center.
he was center. And he would be behind Kareem.
Would he be behind Olajuwon?
Tim
or Olajuwon. If you're picking, we're picking. They're both in their prime. We're playing pickup ball. Who are you taking? You taking Tim or you taking Hakeem?
Timmy, I love you, but Kareem would have eaten your lunch. Hakeem would have eaten his lunch. The Dream Shake was literally unstoppable. I witnessed it firsthand, my brother. I saw it. He had for 3 years. For 3 years, Hakeem was the greatest player on the planet. And we challenge you. I challenge you. And for those who know, I challenge you to change my mind.
Dude, I think you just had a bunch of people in San Antonio drive off the road. I'm not taking anything from the Dream, and it's not. See, this is the thing.
But it's not sustained.
This is the thing, San Antonio. It is not a slight to say Hakeem Olajuwon was better than Tim Duncan. It's not a slight.
No.
It's not a slight.
No.
But
witness
I
David
remember when
Robinson.
Robert Horry said it, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Witness David, who was tasked with guarding him alone in a Western Conference Finals. Witness that series where not a single team won at home, and Hakeem and the Rockets just destroyed us. I challenge you, and if you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
Challenge coin.
If you're watching on our YouTube.
If you're not watching on YouTube, you're doing it wrong. We got a challenge coin. That's awesome. A Grunge Pup Dream is not better.
You put me on the spot. What about you?
Where do I have Timmy?
Uh-huh.
I have the Dream ahead of Tim. I do. I don't have a problem saying that because it's not a slight. It's like when LeBron fans get annoyed if someone says Michael Jordan's better. Like, in what world is it a slight?
Well, for the longest time, when I said it that way, it was supposed to be a slight.
It's
for
not
the
a
longest
slight.
time, I meant it to be a slight.
If somebody says Michael Jordan's better than you, that's not A knock.
But but I wanted it to be for a long time. Now I can legitimately kind of say it knowing that it is truly a competition. But for the longest time, I didn't even think it was a competition. Like, oh yeah, Michael's so much.
But now
better.
it's
not even a conversation. But with every passing day, with every passing record, with every passing game like this, how do you deny it? I've come to the point where I'm not even willing to fight it.
Now, LeBron said the other day that he wanted to give Father Time its first loss. I would argue Tom Brady gave Father Time its first loss.
I think
Tom got the first W against Father Time.
Yeah, but the thing about the difference between the two is I'm pretty sure LeBron has some ketchup.
What do you mean?
I'm sure Tom Brady was living in an oxygen chamber and wouldn't eat a tomato. That's not real. LeBron's having a burger every now and again. At least
are you sure?
I get this. He's doing those ridiculous Starry commercials. At some point, I guarantee you that Tom Brady has never had a carbonated any soda drink in years.
Easy.
So anything he's done doesn't count. It's like a science experiment. Sure, it worked for him, but I'm not going to live that life. At least LeBron, I was in Vegas. I watched him eat a big meatball. I watched him eat a big pasta thing.
No, Tom wasn't doing that.
No, Tom isn't doing that.
Avocado ice cream, which is disgusting.
So I will give LeBron his credit. Yeah, he's the one that would be given the loss because I can live that life. If I can do that and live that long, now I'd have to spend $1 million a year on the trainer to get me there, to whip my ass every morning.
Yeah,
get
it
up and
costs
say,
you $1 million.
Eat your egg whites and shut up about the avocado toast.
Yeah, it costs you $1.5 million to be LeBron.
With this physique, $3 million.
$5
$3 million. He could have me in.
I'll take $5.
That's what we do. It's called R&R, and we talk silver and black every day. Make sure you download the podcast. Tell a friend because that's how we get paid. We work for tips. Coming back, we got RJ Ochoa of Blogging the Boys. Lots to talk about. Is Dak ready, and what does Dak eat for lunch? It's R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Twin Peaks is the place to be today. You know why? You earned it. There are 4 locations around San Antonio. Every weekend, Twin Peaks has the specials you need. They start out Friday in a way that I've been trying to convince my wife for years. It's called Bourbon and Brews, and they compare it with negligees. Yes, they're wearing clothes like that at Twin Peaks today. It's just one of the typical days at Twin Peaks. And while we talk about a man cave, you haven't seen one until you've walked in the place. No matter where you're sitting, it's a matter of degrees. 360 degrees of TVs, 29-degree cold beers, and when they bring you a bourbon, they know how to serve it. If you know icy balls, you know what I'm talking about. 4 locations to hit. If you're over on the west side, head over to 151 and head to my home field on Days of All and I-10. I'll be back in the corner in Loopland, of course, over on Park North and brand new. Go to IKEA, grab a meatball, and save your appetite for Twin Peaks. Eats are spectacular. Drinks are icy cold, but let's be honest, why do you go? It's those scenic views.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys and Eagles. Nothing better on a Sunday night beginning at 6.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught at the 45, 40, Pollard, 20. Good night, nurse.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Tease the season at Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for holiday specials this year, featuring the TaylorMade Stealth 2 Carbon Woods that combine speed and forgiveness to unlock forgiveness. Now up to $100 off. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinders provide you the most accurate distances in golf. There's always gift cards in any amount for the special golfer you're shopping for. Edwin Watts Golf Shops is home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Shop us in store or online at worldwidegolf.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you are a family member and needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyer4us.com.
Make holiday magic this year with something beautiful and timeless from Diamonds Direct. A stunning eternity band, a pair of classic diamond stud earrings, something new and eye-catching from a world-class designer. Or maybe you're looking for that perfect engagement ring or a fabulous timepiece. At Diamonds Direct, we have the perfect gifts for the season, starting at around $300. Come and let our experts help you pick out that headliner gift. Or for some fabulous ideas, see the online seasonal gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. You can even chat now with a virtual assistant for the ultimate convenience. Whether you connect online or in person, you're guaranteed to get the extraordinary value, ironclad warranties, and white glove service Diamonds Direct is known for. And to help make your purchase even more affordable, we've got special financing so you can spread out your payments. Get directions, details, special showroom hours, and our holiday gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
The potatoes.
Uncle Bob, why are you singing?
With all the rewards we are getting, with the Navy Federal Credit Union's cash rewards card, I hired a singing coach for caroling.
But it's summer.
Since we get up to 1.75% cash back on all our holiday purchases, there is cheer to last all year.
Please stop.
These potatoes are delicious, by the way.
Get cheer to last all year with Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. So minivans, sedans, JDMs, roll out. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. And with eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Don't let pain keep you from doing the things you love. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. Whether you've been living with chronic and nagging pain for years, or if you've recently experienced an injury, our goal is to get you out of pain as quickly as possible. Arasti is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, Arasti accepts most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show every Friday morning at 6:45 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
Do you like a certain amount of chaos?
Conflict is good.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess I do. I like healthy chaos. I don't like the BS.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. We are live from Media Row. It's Army-Navy weekend, America's game, and it's always presented to you by USAA. It's always our favorite thing to do every year, and it has begun. There is a buzz around Boston. This is our first time in Boston, and you can feel it. Army-Navy is here, and the reason they are here is USAA, and we are joined by Wayne Peacock, the head potentate, the big suit there at USAA. You might have seen him. He's got that front row parking spot. Mr. Peacock, it is an honor to be here, first of all, and a pleasure to have you on this morning.
Well, Rob, thank you. And thank you guys for being here to tell the story of Army-Navy out across the country, and especially to tell it back in San Antonio.
Before we go any further, we just had Rick Neuheisel on, right? And we were talking the state of college football, and we asked him about the difference between the games that he does on Saturdays, the big time games, and how we cap off the regular season with a football game that matters. Yeah. In far different ways. And he said, when you look at these guys' face, it's about commitment. Yeah. That when you look at their eyes, that's what it means. And when you think of USAA, the commitment, you were just talking about what you did last night with Gold Star families. Talk about why you're here and the purpose behind all this.
Well, look, this is a labor of love for us. I've been involved with this since 2009. USA has been the presenting sponsor, and we care deeply about supporting the military broadly, but being able to showcase what the Naval Academy and West Point are all about, the Air Force Academy as well, because that's where the kind of training for the next generation of leaders who are going to go out and defend our freedom are birthed. They're going to go out and defend our freedom, then they're going to go on into industry, into other forms, and it really is kind of a crucible of learning and leadership like no other place in America. And the game is really emblematic of that. It's about college football at its purest form. But what it's really about is showcasing this next generation of leaders.
Now, Mr. Peacock, the last time I saw you, you were getting a haircut in the middle of a tailgate.
Yes, you are a brave
Now,
man.
where did that haircut rank on all the haircuts you've had?
Did
Where did that
Mrs.
one?
Peacock appreciate it?
Well, I'm going to be really smart because I understand how many TikTok fans are out there. It was the best haircut that I have ever had. So
You don't want to get canceled.
You look good. Honestly, you did. It was quite a scene.
That was different.
I'll tell you what, yesterday I had to put on an ugly sweater for 37,000 people, sitting out there in Philadelphia and getting a haircut in the cold. You got to do what you got to do.
And before you came on, we're talking about what you guys do for the veterans and the vehicle and with Gronk. Talk about what you are going to do and where you're going to be and giving the car to a needing family of a veteran.
Yeah, we've been working on this for a couple of years. We did it last year. We're going to do it again this year. Gronk's going to come out and help us. We found really veterans who have special kind of individual needs that they have in order to have their transportation work.
Mm-hmm.
We've worked together with a group, both in terms of getting the cars and then adjusting the cars to their special circumstances, tailored specifically to their individual needs. And then we're able to give them away to them and really kind of celebrate. And for them, this creates freedom because it creates mobility. And I think for all of us, we recognize if you're not able to get around and kind of be in control of getting around, life is very different. So it's a really powerful kind of freedom mobility creation for these veterans. And we're just really proud to be able to support in that way.
Can you keep up with Gronk?
No.
Well, I have a question.
He said no.
Mr. Peacock, when they called you and your marketing staff said, we've got an idea.
Right.
We've got this football player. Now, he can't get the insurance. He doesn't have any access to it. But we think we're going to bring in Rob Gronkowski to be the front and center for USAA. Be honest. What was your first thought?
Well, I won't tell you my first thought, but I'm going to tell you my second thought because we love Gronk. But look, we have about 13.5 million members today. We have folks who are active duty, veterans, and their family members. But there's a tremendous number of folks who aren't with us today who could be.
Who don't know.
They don't know that they could be, right? So this idea of eligibility and who can and who can't is really what birthed this. And then, over the years, Roger Staubach's been a great supporter of ours, Coach Ron Rivera. So we're always looking for kind of sports figures who get the military. And I'll tell you, there's no one who tests better than Rob Gronkowski. He connects with audiences across the entire demo. And this idea that was really birthed by our kind of internal comms team of we could kind of create a campaign around not being able to be a member. And at first we're like, this is kind of weird. And then we said, this is actually brilliant. And it has been. It's just been really phenomenally successful for us. But that's because Gronk connects in such a powerful way.
And it's in environments like this where you get to interact with all the folks. Why Boston? Is the symbolism? Is the 250 years of the anniversary of the Tea Party? As we move the game around, certainly it feels natural, but it seems certainly ideal for this time and this year.
Well, look, the game's been played in Philadelphia, as we know, so often, but the ability to get it in other communities and bring the game to life in those communities is really, really powerful. And I'll give the Kraft family tremendous credit for being part of bringing the game here. But Boston is such a natural place. This is where patriotism was born. This is where the militia was born. The militia is really the birthing of, the U.S. military. So, and it's the 250th anniversary this year. So the symbolism of bringing the game this year on the 250th anniversary is not accidental, right? Very, very purposeful.
What does 374 pounds of tea look like in person?
It's a very, very big bag of tea. So, so that was a kind of cool thing that we did yesterday out at the USS Constitution. I think we'll have that out at Gillette tomorrow for folks to check it out. The Patriot Games happen they finish at the Constitution today as well. And there's another great symbolism, right? The oldest ship still active, in the Navy. Here in Boston, and to be able to connect that back to the game, really cool as well.
So what's your day like today?
So my day today is really about talking to you guys, talking to others around the country about Army Navy. Then we're going to do recycled rides. And then tonight we actually get a chance to go and visit with about 100 of our employees who got special recognition to come up to the game. So for any of the folks who are out, maybe a couple of special guests may show up at that event tonight. And then tonight is the annual gala with all of the big wigs.
Lots of scrambled eggs walking on hats and shoulders.
No doubt about that. So.
Mr. Wayne Peacock, he is the president and CEO of USAA. Behind everything that's going on here, it is America's game. It is Army Navy, and it is a genuine honor to be here. It is a phenomenal event made only better by the commitment.
The best thing we do. We do a lot, and this is definitely you can ask all of us. You ask our afternoon guys. It's our favorite event because of what it means, and just you have to be here. I hate to say that, but you got to be here to get the feel and the experience.
Well, you guys are here, and you get to tell the story back in San Antonio, which is Military City, USA.
Right.
And I just wanted to close and say thanks to our almost 20,000 USA teammates in San Antonio who every day make it happen. The reason USAA is special, the reason USA does a phenomenal job is because those folks come to work every single day with one thing in mind, and that's take care of our military families. And I just want to say thanks to all of our teammates in San Antonio.
And if anybody's listening, he's wearing red. He's doing it. We appreciate you, Mr. Peacock. Thanks for stopping. It's Friday. He's got his red on. We all know what that means in San Antonio. Mr. Peacock, again, thank you for all you're doing, and thanks for stopping by here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Appreciate you.
Wayne Peacock right here on San Antonio Sports Star. And it is the beginning of what is going to be a remarkable day around Boston as playing host to Army Navy in a brand new environment. Consider the putting on the Super Bowl. It is equivalent to that, and it is just a single organization doing it behind the scenes like USAA does, and the way that they connect with the city. We're used to it. San Antonio, we think that it's just part of our life. We're lucky to have them part of our lives, and to hear the rest of the country get to experience what we live with, hey, man, it couldn't get any worse, right? It's the best place to be. More Boston talk and how to talk later. This is R&R.
Check out the Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
If you're San Antonio, there are benefits that come along with it, and we'll cut you to the front of the line. We're going to hike the return.
On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Big games, big concerts, big events. Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Any city, any event. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, and events from San Antonio to Las Vegas. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Here it is, December and the end of the year. Before you know it, Christmas will be here. When I think of Christmas, I think of God going out of his way to bless people. He traveled from the infinite to the finite, from eternity to earth, to literally bless people with his words, his actions, his life, and his love. What would happen if you were to do a part of that for the next 7 days? Would it make a difference if you went out of your way to speak really kind words to the convenience store employee, the waiter or waitress, the cashier at the grocery store, or your next door neighbor? Or to show kindness by listening? Do you know someone who might be grieving or going through a rough patch? Listening to someone is one of the greatest acts of kindness to show. And what makes it so special is going out of your way when it's not convenient to do so. This is Mark Absher, the MacArthur Park Church of Christ, encouraging you to go out of your way this week to bless someone with kindness. Visit our church online at macarthurchurch.org. The MacArthur Park Church of Christ, connecting God and people.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-5407. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-5407. That's 800-575-5407. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Oh, Christmas leaks, oh, Christmas leaks. You make our carpet squishy.
Here at Quarter Moon Plumbing, we know all your Christmas wants, like the popular leaky faucet, the overflowing toilet, or the trendy clogged sewer line. No matter what list you're on, naughty or nice, Quarter Moon Plumbing will answer your call fast and fix your emergency quickly so you can get back to your Coco and Carolyn.
651-5899.
License number M16004, DACLA 000743458E.
This is Chris Canepa with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. Listen to this message I received.
First message.
Hi, Chris. This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Connecticut water softener, but getting all those Connecticut units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Connecticut wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Yes, Chris, thanks again for installing our Connecticut. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
Oh. So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners. Thanks, Chris. By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
From all of us at Connecticut, Merry Christmas.
Oh, and Chris, I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
Connecticut.
On your ride to work, check out Rob Thompson and Rudy J. They're R&R in the morning. KTFM Floresville and at SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Cowboys have a chance to jump into a tie with both the Eagles for the division and the 49ers and Eagles for the NFL lead as Dallas welcomes Philly into Jerry World Sunday night. You can catch it on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6. And the rivalry is tomorrow as Army takes on Navy at 2, a game you can also catch on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 1 with the pregame. And don't forget, we'll get you going with the special guests and more.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake up, wake me up. So wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam. I want some rest.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R in the morning, a Friday edition. Congratulations, you made it. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. Don't mind them brake lights. We'll get you where you're going on a Army-Navy kind of a day. Yes, we're live from Boston, Beantown, Baston. Here it's Army-Navy game presented to you by USAA, and we are just beginning the media row. This is the second largest media row in the sporting world. Only the Super Bowl offers more media coming together, and we've already had the big cheese from USA just stopped by. We want to thank Mr. Peacock, Wayne Peacock, the CEO, for stopping in and really kind of putting a face to the project behind the scenes with USAA here in Boston and their commitment to veterans and the symbolism about being in Boston 250 years ago. A bunch of tea was dumped into the harbor. And here we sit, Rick Neuheisel. I want to thank him for coming by. But more importantly, we got somebody sitting in his basement. His name is RJ Ochoa. He blogs for the boys, and he's here with us every Friday. Hey, thanks, RJ, for delaying for just a minute. Mr. Peacock was a rather important guest, so we appreciate you taking the bump and starting off the hour.
RJ, yeah, great to be with you all. Rudy had the wherewithal to text me at 5:40 in the morning. To ask if I could,
I didn't know if I should let you know ahead of time. I knew you weren't gonna, I know you were asleep. I know you're sleep.
Yeah.
Wanted to give you proper heads up.
It's great to be with you all. Great to see your bright, shining, beautiful faces, including that award-winning smile from Rudy J.
Thank you, sir.
It is indeed award-winning.
Appreciate you.
So how's your week been? And certainly not as bad as McCarthy's, but are you guardedly optimistic?
I've got some personal experience. I had appendicitis when I was 13 years old. I think I've shown you, Rob. Mine ruptured, and so I have a big scar going down my stomach where they had to open me up and clean me out. I like to remind my parents at every opportunity that I was not feeling well. I told them I wasn't, and they didn't believe me. They said, "Hey, quit acting like a baby. You're being dramatic." So, no big deal. But it's Cowboys Eagles week. But if I'm being honest, it's got a little bit less juice than you would want it to have, because they're both such great teams. I mean, the winner of this game. Certainly the Eagles, if they win, the division is, effectively over. The Cowboys, even with the win, don't even control their own destiny in the title race. And so at the end of the day, these are two teams who are both going to be in the playoffs. And Sunday's game doesn't change that, which is why it does take away just a little bit of steam.
What was your takeaway after last Sunday after watching what the 49ers did to the Cowboys and then what they were able to do to the Eagles? Do you get the sense that no matter what happens with Philly and the Cowboys, that they're both just playing for second? Is San Francisco that good?
I don't mean to do the I called it, I saw it, but I was not shocked that San Francisco. I don't mean to do the I called it whatever situation, but I was not shocked that San Francisco was favored in Philadelphia, and I was not shocked that they lived up to it. I mean, they're a monster, and Philly had been, I don't want to say on fraud alert, but they'd obviously been kind of flying really close to the sun, and so it was really enjoyable to kind of watch them get exposed, even with the Hail Mary big Dom attempt to try to save them, give them another benefit. But as fun as it was terrifying. I mean, because San Francisco is incredible. And I think, somebody is going to have to slay this dragon. I mean, that's where we're at. This is, the 75% third quarter poll mark of the season of Game of Thrones. And we have well established who the villain is. And somebody is going to have to first earn the right to go face that dragon and then have to slay them. I mean, and that's, whichever team is able potentially to beat San Francisco, I think you're going to have to take your hat to them.
From behind the scenes, how do you envision Sunday going if McCarthy isn't able to be on the sidelines? I know he's working today and they're acting as if, but as we get closer and closer to Sunday, as you attested, and I've had mine out too, it is this is major surgery, and this, I don't care how minor it might have been to a lot of other people. Do you expect him on Sunday? And if they do, how do you expect that'll go down? Is he going to be in a booth or?
Yeah, I think worst case scenario, he's in a booth in a stationary position, right? Like not having to stand a lot or something like that, and just kind of calling plays. And I think, people joked about it. I don't know if you recall the final preseason game when Will Grier played quarterback, Dak Prescott called all the plays. And obviously the Cowboys offense has evolved from that standpoint, or from that point in time. But he has a loose enough grip on calling plays, and plus he's playing at such a high level that I feel like you would trust the combination of him and Brian Schottenheimer to patch things together with Mike McCarthy serving as a bit of an eye in the sky.
The way the season starts, RJ, defense is rolling. Now we get to the second part. It feels like the offense is rolling. Is it frustrating for them not to just be able to get on the same page, or me being down on this defense? Is that a little bit overblown?
They got worked last week. I don't know that it's unfair.
I don't want to be too hard on them, is what I'm saying.
You should be. When the offense, sputters, people come for Mike McCarthy with pitchforks. But when the defense literally doesn't force a punt, it's, I don't want to be too hard on them. What? Let's match the same level of intensity and energy. But Dan Quinn is too precious in the eyes of every Cowboys fan for anybody to have that for him. But the reality is they got the stop when they needed it against Seattle, and that matters a lot, obviously. But they're playing a team this week in Philadelphia who the last time they played them, they allowed 100% red zone conversion, and so they've been worked before this season. Let's not act like last week was some major aberration. I'm willing to challenge Dan Quinn's defense. Again, I see nothing but praise and love and admiration for Dan Quinn. It's time for him to kind of live up to that a little bit.
Agreed.
How worried are you about the Deron Bland outing?
Ooh.
I mean, it's troubling.
You're like, oh no, or is it because everybody has seen it that he's gotten these interceptions? I mean, he's a risky dude, but do you get the sense that there might be an exposure there that is going to be a continued nuisance, that this is still something that's going to be picked at?
I would offer that the only thing that gives me peace is knowing he doesn't have to go up against DK Metcalf every week, right? Like, that's a completely different, animal or horse or bull to try to ride. Because he's a physical freak. Now the same is true obviously for Andrews, and even Devontae to a different variety. But the Cowboys seemed at least prepared for that. They switched Stephon Gilmore over to DK Metcalf for the second half, and even then, Jackson Smith was still working Deron Bland. So they finally got him in the squad, or finally got him on the matchup locker that he seemed to be able to hang with. And so everybody's got kryptonite. I mean, everybody has something that it beats them, and what a huge demerit for Deron Bland that his is the physical marvel that is DK Metcalf. Like, what a loser for not being able to hang on. But it is troubling, obviously, in a lot of senses.
RJ, the one thing that I'm kind of feeling is a little bit overblown. If it's my team and we can get 130 to 140 yards rushing, I don't care if it's just Tony Pollard. If it's Dak, Tony, Dowdle, and CD, and we get 140 yards on the ground, I don't care. It doesn't have to be Tony Pollard. This isn't 1992. I don't need Tony Pollard to be a bell cow. We can get over 100 yards rushing, and that's going to help out Dak Prescott, then I'm cool with that.
First of all, Freudian slip on your part, Rudy. Almost saying we. We all caught that. You almost said, you can admit when you're rooting interest.
I almost said we. I did.
I think that everybody kind of falls in that camp, to be honest. I don't know if you saw this last night. Zeke Elliott had a productive night from a fantasy football standpoint. He had y'all are in Boston, so that makes sense. But he had more fantasy points last night than Tony Pollard has had in a single game so far this season, which is just incredible to really kind of consider. Again, it's fantasy points, but whatever. I think everyone agrees with you for the most part. I think the Eagles are a great example of that. They don't care how they turn them out. They just want to run the ball. They want to wear you down. They want to milk the clock. They want to put together those long, methodical drives. So, yeah, I love Tony Pollard, but if it's Rico Dowdle, if it's Dak, if it's CD Lamb or Devontae Turpin on these weird reverse jet sweeps, by all means, just move the chains.
As McCarthy won't be there, some of the things that have lingered with McCarthy and some weird play calls and some clock management issues have still kind of stuck around. Any worry about any of that at all? I mean, we saw some strange calls and a bad timeout late in the last game, and while we had some brilliant play calling, there were still some issues there.
Yeah, that was and remains a big talking point with how the Seattle game ended. I'm fine with that. I can acknowledge that, maybe I'm 65% fine as opposed to 100% fine. But the Detroit Lions did the same thing against the New Orleans Saints on Sunday. They converted. It's like, oh man, well done. Going for the kill. And I don't know that the rules are that you have to live on one end of the spectrum, but I would much rather live on this end than the conservative end. Those are my two options. And that's who Mike McCarthy is. He shows up not to punt in a metaphorical sense. He wants to wipe out all signs of humanity on the other side of the team. And that's, again, what you want in general in a play caller, especially one that has an MVP candidate playing quarterback, that has a superstar wide receiver, an amazing tight end, et cetera, et cetera.
You posted something. I only saw it on your threads when Turpin was asked about what Brandon Cooks has provided for CeeDee Lamb. And it's strange to me, RJ, because he did spend a year with Amari Cooper. So what is it that Cooks brings that Amari Cooper didn't that's helped CD blossom into one of the best receivers in the game?
I say we. Now I'm doing the royal we. Like,
no, that's fine.
we love to talk about with the Spurs corporate knowledge, right? I mean, that's a big thing. Look, Amari Cooper's an amazing receiver. Nobody's doubting that. He only has one fewer year NFL experience than Brandon Cooks does, being drafted in 2015, 1 year after him. But Brandon Cooks has been on multiple teams that have been to the Super Bowl, right? I mean, he's lost them all, but he's been with the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick around Brady. Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Cooks has experienced the highest of highs. He's been with Drew Brees and Sean Payton, right? Like he's seen and done and tasted it all at the highest of possible offensive levels. Whereas Amari Cooper joined the Cowboys coming off of a stint with the Oakland Raiders, who at the time were being run by John Gruden with Derek Carr as his quarterback. Again, just cups of tea. And so, but I thought was so interesting. The reason that was Cavante was asked, "What has Brandon Cooks brought to the group?" That was the question. Like, what has he done for everyone? And I thought it was so impactful or so interesting that his first answer was, "He has done a lot for CD." I mean, like it seems like it's apparent and evident to everyone involved that CD Lamb has benefited so greatly. And if the Cowboys, digital team does a great job. I don't know if you guys get a chance to watch them after every win. They released a video that's just kind of all them mic'd up, throughout the game. And CD this past game is giving constant praise to Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup for drawing coverage, that allows him obviously to feast in the score. There's a point where he says that's Michael Gallup's touchdown because he drew the safety, just off of the play design. I do think that was necessary for CD. I think he needed somebody who had just kind of done things at a high NFL level, similarly to the Stephon Gilmore. I mean, Gilmore's obviously won the Super Bowl twice over. Has a defensive player of the year on his hands. So, I mean, these were big brothers who the Cowboys needed. And again, so was Amari Cooper, but big brothers who have some maturity that Amari just didn't have because he wasn't fortunate to that point in his NFL career.
RJ Ochoa of Blogging the Boys here with us for his weekly stop by. Make sure you're following him on the X's and all the proper threads. Any concern about continuity of play calling? I know you brought up that Dak has called an entire game in preseason, and Shotty is indeed the coordinator, but it really has felt like over the last 5 weeks that there is a rhythm between coach and quarterback that you're really kind of worried about breaking.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're always worried, right? Whenever you're on a heater, you're scared that it's going to end, right? It's like, oh man, the good times can't they can't go on forever. Andy Bernard very famously said, "I wish there was a way to know that you were in the good old days before you left them." And so when you fall off that cliff, it's kind of hard to recapture and hard to get back. And I think what's prominent is it's the quarterback. I mean, this is. And what's been kind of refreshing, everybody except Rudy J knew that this was who Dak Prescott was. He had played this way for a majority of his career, obviously, and had moments where he was a victim of bad luck, had moments of poor play. But this is not new for Dak. This level of aggression, this level of precision, and so it's nice to see it all coming together. And I think again, what gives me confidence that we're still a few hours away from the 11th is that the head coach and the play caller is willing to lean into that aggression. And that was maybe a flaw in the past with Dak Prescott. Not to hold it against Kellen Moore, but with just the overall offensive philosophy.
Yeah.
That's RJ Ochoa of Blogging the Boys. Expectations, Cowboys win, Cowboys cover?
Both.
I think so, but the game last year between these two teams on Christmas Eve, I picked the Cowboys because it felt like that's just what they do. I mean, they respond well, they survive, they beat Philadelphia at home. They haven't lost to this team at home since 2017 when I sat in the press box next to David Chancellor while he brushed his teeth. And so it's been a minute. They haven't been swept by the Eagles, which is what a loss would cement since 2011. They're obviously riding a 14-game winning streak at home. They are the better football team today. That's not to say they will be when the season ends, but in terms of who they are right now, they're the better football team. So this isn't to me a prove-it game, right? Like the Cowboys and a lot of teams have played in a lot of prove-it games. This is a justify-it game. Like go justify the hype that you're starting to receive. It took a long time for you to earn because of some of it being the handicap of who you are and the emblem you wear on your chest and helmet. But you have earned finally the benefit of the doubt from a lot of people. Go justify. And again, even if you win, They still control their destiny with regards to the division. But go make them squirm. Go make the final month of the season uncomfortable for them. Make them stressed out. Ruin their Christmas with stress and anxiety. You have all the power and authority to do that on Sunday night. And if you do, great. But if you don't, you open the door for criticism once again that you can't hang with the teams above 500 and blah, 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 blah.
Eagles fan you could talk about. He even looks like Mr. Kelsey. Don't go any further. It's going to be a heck of a game. RJ, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by, and make sure you're following it. It is Blogging the Boys. It is RJ Ochoa. You get him live right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, coming up, very rarely can I say with all absolute honesty, I'm in the company of heroes. This is R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are in Boston. It is Army-Navy weekend, thanks to the folks at USAA. And I tell you what, Jason, there is a who's who of folks from Army-Navy we're going to be talking to today.
Yeah, Jacob Hester, EJ Manuel, Joanne Druzy, Brian Jones, and, of course, we're going to get you ready for Cowboys Eagles as well.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identity. Talk to your doctor about your symptoms.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides 24/7 compassionate support and connection to trained counselors. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Are lab-grown diamonds ecologically friendly? They were developed in laboratories, but most of the millions of lab-grown diamonds in jewelry stores were manufactured in huge factories in China and India. Tens of thousands of massive furnaces are heated to about 20% of the temperature of the surface of the sun, put under immense pressure, and held there for 2 to 3 weeks to produce a lab-grown diamond. These furnaces use a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity produced in China and India by mostly coal-powered plants. This subsidized coal-powered electricity is used to produce inexpensive, easily identifiable lab-grown diamonds, whose wholesale price has crashed to almost nothing. Some jewelers still try to sell them for thousands of dollars, while others give them away for free with a purchase. America's Diamond only offers traditional, real, natural, earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
I feel like I'm constantly cleaning hair off my bathroom floor. At least my Swiffer sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths have ultra-thick pads to trap and lock hairs, like a hair magnet. And when I'm finished cleaning up my hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. Now the hair's gone, all thanks to Swiffer. Try Swiffer Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths. I promise you'll love them or your money back. And also try Swiffer Sweeper Wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give them a Stihl. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Stihl Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the BG56 CE handheld blower. Visit your local Stihl dealer or go to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Real Stihl. Find yours. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Hey folks, Steve Brent's here at beautiful Winans Creek Ranch in Bandera, inviting you to our holiday land sale event going on right now. It's the best time of the year to get an incredible deal on a gorgeous 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site here at Winans Creek. Take advantage of deep discounts and terrific bank and special below market seller financing. Plus, ask us about our closing cost bonus offer, saving you even more during our sale. Winans Creek features secluded private settings, spectacular 30-mile views, a gorgeous creekfront park, as well as paved roads, high-speed internet, electric, and more. Plus, Winans qualifies for low ag exempt taxes. The rush rush of the holidays will be here soon, but there's still time to get a great deal on your 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site you've always dreamed of. So come out and see me today at Winans Creek Ranch, and we'll help put together an incredible deal that will make your holidays bright. Give us a call at 866-952-6323 or go to WinansCreekRanch.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Good morning, everybody. Jason Minix here from The Blitz. We continue in Boston from Army-Navy Radio Row, presented by USAA. A lot of big names are scheduled to join us today, including Jacob Hester, E.J. Manuel, former Longhorn Brian Jones, and so many more. Plus, we'll get you ready for Cowboys and Eagles coming up Sunday night. Rob, hope everything went well. Fill in that segment.
That was our very own Blitz brothers, as Jason Minix and Joe Reinig will be here just a bit. This is R&R in the morning, and I'll see your guests. I'll show you mine.
I'll raise you too.
He is Rudy J. I am Rob Thompson. And I said as we went to break, very rarely can you truly say that you're in the presence of heroes, and we are. We are joined by two Medal of Honor winners. Ryan Pitts.
Recipients.
That's correct. Forgive me. Recipient. You don't want to win this. This is something that is bestowed for great point. And Michael Thornton, both representing their respective services. Ryan Pitts with the Army Staff Sergeant there, and of course Michael Thornton, former Navy SEAL. It is a genuine honor and a pleasure for you to be with us today. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
It's so symbolic as you sit down with us of what this weekend embodies: the commitment to service, the commitment to your brother, the commitment to all of that. Talk about your place in this as we bring Army Navy to Boston.
Yeah, so we're here for a number of reasons. Today we'll be doing a panel in support of the National Medal of Honor Leadership and Education Center called Worthy Rivals, where we're talking about values of the Medal of Honor, courage, patriotism, citizenship, service, things like that, and how that's really personified by the young men and women that are in our service academies.
As you travel around it, certainly the story of how you earned the medal is something that I'm sure you've regaled all of us. And forgive me if I ask the question, what did you do and how did you do it? And to get from both, we all want to know.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the way I always put it, I just tried to keep up with the guys around me.
Right.
It was Afghanistan, July of 2008. We were in the last 2 weeks of our deployment. There was 49 Americans, us on the ground. We were attacked by 150 to 200 enemy fighters. Had us surrounded, high ground, element of surprise. And we all just, fought for as long as we could, and some guys fought to their last breath.
He is Sergeant in the Army, Ryan Pitts, Medal of Honor recipient and a representative of the Army. Sadly, you're the face right now. And on the other side,
sadly,
damn.
I'm a guest.
What was that about?
Well, I'm introducing Michael Thornton, who's representing the Navy. Sadly, he's also the face of the midshipman. Certainly an honor to have you aboard, sir. Thank you for joining us. Talk about what did you do? I mean, my listeners, when we hear heroes,
especially in San Antonio.
Yes, we are Military City, USA. And for those that have served and for those that had an opportunity to meet a recipient, it's such an honor. And we want to know.
What did you
do? How did you earn
your
medal?
24-hour in North Vietnam. I worked with MACSOG, which was ran by the Army, and it was behind the lines type of situation. And we were first near the Ben Ha River, which is in about 15 clicks north of the DMZ. And it was myself, Tom Norris, the gentleman I saved, which is also a Medal of Honor recipient. And we were surrounded first hit with 75 guys against basically 4 guys. And we held them off. The next thing we know, we got surrounded by 600 NVA hardcore guys, and they started surrounding us, coming around. And then that's when we made our decision to leave. And I'd been wounded 8 times already. And so we fell back, and we said we swam, and our radio guy, Dane, came back and said, Dowie's dead. Tommy was dead. I said, stay here. I'll get Tommy. And they grabbed me and tried to stop me. And I went back and got Tommy. He had been shot through his left temple, lost the whole front lobal part of his brain. And with the grace of God, he's still alive today. And he'll be 80 years old and on the 14th of January. And we've been friends ever since, and I swam with him and another guy tied to my body for over 3 hours. So
He is Michael Thornton, former Navy SEAL, a Vietnam vet, and Medal of Honor winner, sitting in with us here at Radio Row here at the Army-Navy game. And so symbolic you are of the players that we get to watch tomorrow. You know, the idea of singing second and the sacrifice for your fellow man. As you travel around, what is your job as a Medal of Honor winner? What do you see your purpose is after the medal? Oh, I'm sorry, recipient earn. What do you see your place for as you travel around? What you're certainly symbolic of things.
Yeah.
What do you take and bring to the table?
So I think it's a reflection of talking about the service that all men and women give in uniform to their country. Because Mike and I might be recipients, but this could be any service member could be wearing this, right? And to talk about that service and sacrifice, especially we're looking at these young kids that are all going to be between 19 and 22, 23. Next year some of them are going to be putting on the uniform, putting their life on the line for everybody watching TV tomorrow.
I agree with Ryan. This is the greatest football game in the world. After these kids, after they have another 5 years to support our great nation. And it's still the greatest nation in the world. We all have problems. We all understand that. But these young men and women, they volunteer to put their life on the line to keep us safe and free. And ladies and gentlemen, freedom is not written free.
Freedom ain't free.
It is written in blood. And I've been wounded many times as Ryan and all these other young men and women put their lives down in their life. And the people who give the utmost, they've given their lives, will never have the journey again to hug their moms or dad or their children or anybody else. They've given the utmost for our great nation called America.
Appreciate
better words could not have been said. That's Michael Thornton, Medal of Honor recipient. Now, long overdue. The Medal of Honor Museum is going to be built and is about to be open in the Metroplex in Dallas.
Arlington,
is that coming around the corner?
In Arlington,
Yes.
It's going to be in Arlington, Texas. Yeah, we'll have Jerry's World on one side, the new MetLife Stadium. We have 15 acres there, and it's moving right along. And hopefully, of course, we don't have our steel mills anymore. They're all in China, so that's been what's kind of slowing us down. And
I agree.
But Ryan's very supportive of that. Him and Brett and Will and all these young guys. Thank God they're coming around, because at 75, I'm about ready to give up on everything.
Well, the work has been done. The race is not won yet. So
they're wrapping y'all up.
Yes, you guys are coming to San Antonio next year. Let us roll out the red carpet. Military City, USA. Thank you.
Thank y'all
for joining us.
God bless each and every one.
God bless y'all for even
America.
being here and having this, taking some time with us. Appreciate y'all.
Take a deep breath, and we'll be right back. This is RR 94.1 San Antonio Sports Talk.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Sunday night football. The Cowboys and Eagles. Nothing better on a Sunday night beginning at 6.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught at the 45, 40, Pollard, 20. Good night, nurse.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help, so you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call, Click Grainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Save big every day during Lowe's 25 Days of Deals. Save $100 on select master-built smokers for the grill enthusiast in your life. Plus, get up to 55% off select smart home gifts for everyone on your list. Order eligible in-stock items by 2 p.m. to get same-day delivery. Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/13 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Delivered by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Hey, Brent, love the color. If you had to choose, would you watch paint dry or compare benefits plans?
Compare benefits plans, obviously.
But you know how complicated benefits are, right?
Well, I run payroll with Gusto. Gusto makes it easy to find benefits like medical, dental, and vision for my whole team.
Whoa. Oh, sorry. I'm going to need new glasses.
Don't worry. You're covered.
Choose benefits without the mess. Visit gusto.com/ready. Sign up for
Save big every day during Lowe's 25 Days of Deals. Save $100 on select master-built smokers for the grill enthusiast in your life. Plus, get up to 55% off select smart home gifts for everyone on your list. Order eligible in-stock items by 2 p.m. to get same-day delivery. Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/13 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Delivered by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
El Guacamole Mexican Grill is serving up your favorite Mexican dish. Visit them today at 25020 Blanco or call 210-499-5364 to place your order. Hot, fresh, made-to-order Mexican dishes. El Guacamole Mexican Grill.
If you're hit by a car, truck, or commercial vehicle, you need help with vehicle repairs, car rental, medical care, Davis Law Firm can help get your life back on track. For over 25 years, we have secured important verdicts and settlements for our clients, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car or truck wreck or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the Fours right now. Call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Sponsored by Bosch Power Tools. In honor of Giving Tuesday, Bosch is donating over $20,000 worth of power tools, measuring tools, and accessories to trade school programs in Charlotte, Tampa, Dallas, and San Antonio. Bosch strives to support students' learning and development by providing teachers and students with the tools they need to engage in hands-on skill-building experiences. Whether it's hammering through concrete on a construction site or studying hard to build a future career in the trades, Bosch Power Tools understands that hard workers deserve the best. Visit pressroom.boschtools.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at San Antonio's Card House, the premier card house in San Antonio at 281 in Bitters. It's Christmas time, so what better way to celebrate than giving away $125K? That's what they do every month. Going on from now all the way through December 31st, 17 hot seats drawn per day, every hour on the hour from 9 a.m. all the way through 1 a.m. From 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., you got your Royal Flush for $300, Straight Flush for $150, Quads for $75. Also 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., you got your Bomb Pots, 5-card Royal or Straight Flush, $50 time. And of course, you know you got the multipliers. But you know the motto, you got to play to get the pay with the multipliers. From 100 to 149 hours is 2 times, and anything over 150 hours is 3 times. So get in the SA Card House. That's SA Card House 125K giveaway from now all the way through December 31st. SA Card House at 281 in Bitter.
It's almost that time. Home for the holidays. Get your mortgage or rent paid for an entire year. Increase your chance of winning by also getting your friends entered socially. Make this holiday season the best ever. Just visit sasportstar.com and get signed up. One national winner could win up to $18,000 and pay their rent or mortgage in 2024. Official rules and sign up at sasportstar.com. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Top of the morning to all.
It's R&R in the morning here on San Antonio Sports Star. We're live from Media Row in Boston as USAA presents to you Army, Navy, and all that it entails. And oh my goodness, Rudy. Sometimes, you know, you were born to greatness. Others have it thrust upon them, as we had the opportunity to talk with two Medal of Honor recipients. I kept stumbling over my own face and calling it winner, which is a very unfortunate way to do it. But two Medal of Honor recipients in our presence right there,
crazy.
like right there, two legitimate heroes.
Yeah, and, you know, one of them super young.
The symbolism.
Ryan was super young.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
The Army sergeant.
Like when you're looking at him, you're like, damn.
And
you know, like honestly, and I don't know if it's weird and it because I'm a civilian, but he killed people.
Not just a few either. And
that's different.
The stories that they talked about how they won them.
That's different.
The former Navy SEAL.
I'm not built for it.
He has they look like they did exactly what they did. And here's the most embarrassing thing. So we have two Medal of Honor hero recipients sitting in there.
Recipients.
And they're I said recipients.
No, I know.
No, good. I'm afraid he might come and find me.
No, I know.
The guy's 75. He'd still take me out with just a glance.
Yeah.
They come to sit down, and all I can think of is, please God, don't have Joe Reinigle tease with me and some kind of shower implement.
Oh, I know.
All I can think of is this Navy SEAL who was responsible for saving lives and taking others.
It was Jason.
They're going to go
bad.
Which one of you was playing with the shower nozzle?
Yeah.
I did not want that to happen. Thank goodness the tease did not come across. That's where we were. We're waiting on Ross Tucker, a podcast of great and renowned Dallas Cowboy,
Where is
former
Ross?
player. He's in the car wash. I think he's sitting over with the Carolina guys. But we do expect him to around the corner when he does arrive. We'll plug him right in. But as they prepare for the Eagles, the Cowboys do find themselves in a rather unique position in that their head coach has not been around for at least the last 2 days. He didn't stop by today in his convalescence after his appendectomy. And the word from the Star is he's going back to work. I mean, he wants to dedicate some time to practice to get everything going. Now, whether that actually comes to pass will be interesting to see. RJ Ochoa, as he came by, mentioned something I had forgotten about.
What's that?
You know, the last preseason game, Dak called the plays. Remember, we kind of giggled about, hey, you know, you're taking the night off kind of stuff, but there is a bit of method to that madness, and you get the situation and why you would do something like that. I don't think he's going to get free reign to call the plays, but given the situation he's in, might be a little bit of flexibility. He might be able to do something that he gets to do always wanted to do that might not have been allowed.
That was preseason. This is Philly.
Yeah.
This is week 14 against Philly. There will be no Dak Prescott calling his own plays. He's not Jim Kelly. Dak's having a good season, but he's no Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly's the last guy I can kind of remember where they gave him free reign to call whatever plays he wanted. It worked out. They went to 4 straight Super Bowls, but no, Dak Prescott will not be calling plays Sunday.
Who will?
Mike McCarthy. He's a gamer. You think that Irishman's gonna sit this game out?
That's what
Dan Quinn said.
Dak Prescott.
I didn't say that. Dan Quinn did. I'm just quoting him.
We're tight with Dan.
DQ. We talked Jordans and kicks with Dan.
Now we are concerned about whether Mike will be on the sideline. Yesterday, when Dak was asked about it, Dak believes he'll be there. Everyone play 3.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that from the jump, knowing that guy, knowing one, how tough he is, 2, how tough he says he is. What a great chance to prove it. So, yeah, I figured he would.
That is a very light locker room as they come into it. And RJ made a point that the San Francisco 49er game was a necessary, let's climb the mountain and get over it. There was a need to go and win that football game. This one, while there is a need and a desperate desire to prove that you're at least equal to Philadelphia and splitting, there's not a lot riding on it existentially, because they don't control their own destiny no matter what they do. The Eagles are coming in 3 games and 14 days or whatever it was, and every team they play has had 10 days off to prepare for them.
Right.
So you feel like they're coming into the end of their little gauntlet out on fumes. So really what happens doesn't affect anything but Dallas's opinion of themselves.
I'm glad the players don't think like y'all. The players, this is a big game. Trust me, everybody in that Dallas locker room, they're not, because at the end of the day, you do control your own destiny in the sense of you go out and win this game and, somebody gets lucky against Philly down the stretch, then you jump ahead of them. So you do control your own destiny. I guarantee you, this team and the Dallas Cowboys are not as nonchalant about the game as RJ Ochoa is. I promise you.
It might be a little bit less in some eyes. When Dak was asked about the moment and the gravity of the game, he said that these are the moments they were prepared for all summer long.
These are the moments that we've prepared for, to be honest with you. I mean, not that we didn't for all these other past games, but, we understood that we need all these games, but this is the stretch in the season when you look at the schedule that you had to be excited about. And obviously, as the season has played out and the numbers have gotten where they've gotten, you see the division right here in potential grabs. You see the other playoff teams that you're going to play in the back end of this thing. These are the moments that we've prepared for, we've built for, we've worked this culture for, this brotherhood, and that's why we've got to be detailed. That's the focus to this team. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of noise. Other people are going to try to make it different than maybe what it is for us. But for us individually in this locker room, it's about playing our best ball right now so we can use that momentum as we move forward.
Dak Prescott on the podium yesterday post-practice discussing not only the gravity of the game, but the potential of he coming in and having to call or make plays without his quarterback or his coach actually calling them. We're talking Cowboys, we're talking NFL, and we always bring the very best. We were waiting on him. He's Ross Tucker. He's a good friend we get to see at Super Bowls and big events like this. Wearing his Princeton P, he is Ross Tucker.
You know why I do it? I do it all the time. There's two reasons. Number one, they send me so much stuff.
Well, of course.
they send me so much free stuff. And I think it's because they know when I do things like this, I wear it, or like when I'm on TV or whatever, I wear it, and they love that because it's branding. It's like free marketing for them. Plus, they want to be able to show recruits that you don't have to just start a hedge fund or work in investment banking. You know what I mean? Like, you can go to the NFL.
You can go Ivy League and still have fun.
Yeah. You can be a broadcaster or whatever. And plus, like, for me, what do people associate with me, right? Like, what makes me unique, I guess, other than my award-winning personality, Rob.
I was going to say.
People think of me as the Princeton guy. Like, they say, "Oh, the Princeton guy."
But you don't put it on your byline. Just like, "Hey, this is Ross Tucker,
but he can.
Princeton grad."
Hey, you know what's so funny? I got to tell you guys a quick story. You guys are going to love this because I know college football is big down there.
Yeah.
So I told you Princeton sends me all this stuff. So I'm talking with James Franklin, the head coach at Penn State, and I'm on the sideline of a high school. In fact, you guys will love this. It was Micah Parsons' junior year.
Oh, okay.
So I live in Harrisburg.
Yeah.
And Micah Parsons was playing in the game. So I'm on the sideline with Franklin. We're watching Micah Parsons. By the way, Micah Parsons might be a surprise to you guys. Was a pretty decent high school football player.
You think?
You think so?
Pretty decent high school football player. So we're watching him, and I'm telling him the story about how every morning I drop my daughters off at preschool, and I pick them up, and I'm always wearing my Princeton gear, and it's like an uppity, private preschool or whatever.
Right.
So I can just see these other guys that are like executives or doctors. I'm wearing like a Princeton shirt, Princeton shorts, and I got Crocs on or flip-flops. And these guys have suits on or whatever. And I can just see them looking at me like, this freaking guy.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, it's Princeton.
Like I'm like a Harvard snob or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm the guy that wears the Harvard sweater and tells you, I went to Harvard. Did you know I went to Harvard? I went to Harvard. Well, so anyway, so I tell Franklin the story, okay?
Yeah.
They had their bye. That's why he was able to see Parsons. Thursday that week, they're playing Michigan in the whiteout game. I get a big box sent to my house. I open it. It's all Penn State gear with a handwritten note from Franklin that says, "Yo, bro, I don't want everybody around town to think you're a snob. Rock some Penn State gear every once in a while." I thought that was awesome.
It is awesome.
Because in central Pennsylvania, Penn State's like, everybody wears that. Yeah, that's like the thing to wear.
We were making a list of colleges that you can start a conversation with, and Princeton was at the top. There's Princeton, there's Harvard, Stanford. There's a couple of other schools in there where you can, it's like a vegan. Like, hey, I'm a vegan. That's where Princeton and Harvard is.
You know
right?
what's so funny, too?
I think that's fair.
I'm from Reading, Pennsylvania, man. I'm from an hour west of Philly, so I know we're going to get into the Eagles and the Cowboys and all that. But like I grew up, like I'm like the biggest football meathead you've ever met, right? Like I love it. I love everything about it. I just happened to get pretty good grades, and then Penn State didn't want me.
I was going to say, did they recruit early?
No, I was a real late bloomer.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, my scholarships are like Delaware, William and Mary, and I get into Harvard and Princeton for football. And I was like, I'm gonna go to Delaware. My sister went there. Like the girls are hot. I'm going to Delaware. My sister's like, Ross, if you go to Princeton or Harvard, you'll get girls for the rest of your life.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So anyway, end up going to Princeton instead. But it's funny because legitimately, anytime I talk to somebody, when I say stuff, they think it's smarter than it is because I went to Princeton. I could say the dumbest thing, and if it was your buddy from the state school, they'd be like, dude, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. But because I say it, I went to Princeton, they're always like this. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Thought-provoking.
I kind of see what you're saying there. Like, no, you don't. That was a terrible point. I can say idiotic things too.
That's the other reason you put the P right there. He's smart. He's got the letter. He's Ross Tucker. You know him from the podcast. You know him from football on TV and radio. Man, you are blowing up lately. I turned on the TV the other day. I'm watching you do games.
Oh, I'm trying.
You're natural at this.
Well, thank you. I love it. I honestly love it. It's the closest thing. Like, I like doing radio stuff. But like I would much rather do a game than studio stuff. Like a game, you don't know what's going to happen, the energy. Like I did Nebraska, Iowa. I love that game. Black Friday, that game was amazing. And by the way, now I'm doing Army Navy tomorrow on the radio. I must be like the designated underman. Like I'm the Undertaker.
Well, they're worse jobs to have, quite frankly. When you talk about doing the games in preparation for stuff, how do you prepare for Army Navy as opposed to, like you said, the blackout game? Because the game is so much more about the game than it is about the guy.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good point. But I still have to know the players for each team. So, college football is tough. Like if I did Eagles Cowboys Sunday night, I already know the starters.
You know everybody.
I know starters for both
Right.
teams. Whereas for Army and Navy, like to memorize not only that the fullback for Navy is Alec Tezca, but you got to know how to pronounce Tezca, right? And then the
is it really Alex Tezca?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then he's awesome too. He's awesome. And then the wide receiver the wing back is Eli Heidenreich. So what's interesting about those two guys, by the way, same high school in Pittsburgh, and a couple years ago they beat St. Joe's Prep for the state championship. So St. Joe's Prep is like Marvin Harrison Jr., Kyle McCord, DeAndre Swift,
our DeSoto High School in
Texas. It's like a powerhouse, whatever. They've won the state championship probably 5 of the last 6 years. The 1 year they lost was to these two guys, these two Mount Lebanon guys. They just hammered them. You think about it, you had 2 guys starting for Navy as sophomores,
right?
And they were just running all over the place. So, but you got to memorize all names and numbers. But you're right. Like Rob, I have to get there at 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
because we interview like the head of the Navy, the head of the Army. So, and they send me bios you probably get the same bios.
Yeah, we get the same.
Because I have to interview the same guys, and you have to talk about the military stuff. And then during the game, it is so much about the flyover and the atmosphere, which, by the way, all of that is a lot more difficult to verbalize on radio than it is TV.
It's tough to get across.
TV, they can see it. But here we got to be like, I have to verbalize. This is unbelievable. All the midshipmen are jumping up and down. They're going crazy. Like I have to really.
Right.
But honestly, and Rob, because you heard me do a game, I freaking love it. So I'm probably the right person to properly give this game its due in terms of the energy, the atmosphere, and the joy.
Okay, let's take that step. If you were prepping for Eagles Cowboys, what would be the thread that you'd be preparing the game for, and what would you be expecting to see as we get ready for Sunday night?
Yeah, no, I think the 2 things that are most interesting to me, number 1 will be the guys the Eagles are getting back and the impact of them, right? So they're getting Dallas Goedert back. Mm-hmm. He makes a pretty big difference.
That's big.
Because even if you look at the first play last game against the Niners, Stoll, the backup tight end, was wide open, and Hurts didn't throw him the ball.
He didn't trust him.
So I don't know. I don't know, but he didn't throw him the ball. I'm not gonna. You said that, not me, but he didn't throw it to him. That's all I know. And then, so you got that, and then they're going to be better at linebacker. I think Cunningham's going to be back. He's been clearly their best linebacker, and I think Shaq Leonard will play. I don't know how much. So you're going from I mean, they cut the one guy that started last Sunday. He got picked up by the Patriots. The other guy, Morrow, will probably be a backup. So that's an interesting part of it. And then honestly, I really think it comes down to the line. The Eagles typically have the best O-line. They start every game they play with the better O-line and D-line. That said, the Cowboys O-line has been playing awesome, and they're healthy, and the D-line has been playing pretty good. So I don't think the Eagles win the game unless they're the better team up front, both sides of the ball. And by the way, they were not against San Francisco. They looked tired, they looked worn out, and they got run on.
That, you know what, you brought up something that the last we saw the Eagles, they look like on fumes, man. We've talked about the shared gauntlets where the Eagles have gone through it first, and they're coming to the end as the Cowboy game completes and things get easier. And the Cowboys are just starting this thing, starting with our, beating a winning team with Seattle and then Philly, and then we keep moving with Buffalo and, all the big times coming this way. They were a tired football team last time we saw the Eagles in the fourth quarter.
Very, very much so. I don't expect them to get run on like that. And honestly, the fact they were embarrassed, probably not real good for the Cowboys, because you would expect the Eagles to come out and play much better. That said, this game is to me significantly more important than for the Cowboys than is.
Yes, 100%.
The Cowboys are not going to end this drought of getting the Super Bowl or maybe an NFC Championship game as a wild card. It's just too hard. To go to San Francisco and to Philly, they got to try to win this division, and they have no shot if they lose Sunday night. Whereas the Eagles, to be honest with you, even if the Eagles lose, you see the Eagles schedule after that?
Yeah.
It's cake.
The Cardinals, the Giants twice. Meanwhile, you mentioned the Cowboys schedule. So even if the Cowboys win, they still might not win the division.
True. Ross, while you're here, I always got to bring up something I first met you in Baltimore, and you were working with the front page story.
Yeah.
And I took the thing home and I gave it to a friend, and he got it made for his mother.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was something that to this day every time I see him, he said it was the coolest thing I've ever done. And I was over at his house since passed, and it was up on his wall.
You know what, Rob? You're gonna get me emotional. The one you're looking at right there, it's myfrontpagestory.com. That's my wife's grandmother, and she passed a couple years ago. And so for those of you that aren't familiar, just check out myfrontpagestory.com. They write front page stories about a loved one. So a lot of guys for the holidays get it for their wife. A lot of guys get it for their wife because they don't know what to get their wife. So you get a story all about your wife. It's pretty awesome because when she's opening it up, right, she doesn't even know that this is a thing. So I've seen 10 videos now where they're like, what is this? And all you have to say as the husband is, honey, I want to do something special for you this year. So I had a story written about you. Tell me that doesn't sound
That's awesome.
It sounds like you called Mitch Albom,
Really?
some heavy duty author.
Yeah.
And then when she reads the quotes, and it's like, I just never tell her enough how much I appreciate all the little things she does for me and the kid. They cry every time. There's something about seeing it like that where they cry every time. Because I don't know about you guys. I don't know what to get my wife. We're at the point now where my wife literally emails me links and says size medium. And all I'm doing to get her the gift is putting my credit card information in. By the way, we have a shared bank account.
Right.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
So check out myfrontpagestory.com, because when my wife's grandmother went in that senior care facility, we put that up there. She read it every day because she has 4 kids, all the quotes from the kids. And now that she's passed, we still have it hanging up.
Right.
It's like the gift that lasts forever.
The way it works is you go to myfrontpagestory.com. They'll put you in contact with a professional writer that's going to ask the appropriate questions. It comes to you looking like a front page newspaper article. And it is
framed with pictures.
Yes, it is
awesome.
a wonderful gift.
Awesome.
And I've seen it work at frontpagestory.com. Ross, it's always a pleasure, my brother. We see each other in the finest places.
I love it.
Congratulations on what you're doing. Check him out on SiriusXM doing all the NFL coverage and a college football game near you, man. You're blowing up.
Army Navy tomorrow, and I'll see you guys, I guess, probably at the Super Bowl.
We'll see you in Vegas.
All
baby.
right.
Ross Tucker right here on San Antonio Sports Star. We got more to do. We'll be right back. It's R&R on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I want to talk to you about the good folks at Ewell Kubota. They want to let you know that they want to wish you a very happy holiday season and a very Merry Christmas. Still huge savings on the M-Series tractor. Compact tractors at 0 down and 0% for 84 months. Now's the perfect time to invest in a tracker package that is going to include the trailer. And don't forget, you get the tax savings with Section 179. The guys at Ewell Kubota can help you figure all of that out. Also, with all this rain San Antonio's getting, the guys are discounting the walk-behind mowers at $1,000 off From the Gulf of Mexico to the hill countries of Texas for 75 wonderful years, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Over the past decade, the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. Football, basketball, all the UFC fights. And when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Celebrating 10 years in business, the Roof Hub is next to the Angry Elephant there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Are lab-grown diamonds ecologically friendly? They were developed in laboratories, but most of the millions of lab-grown diamonds in jewelry stores were manufactured in huge factories in China and India. Tens of thousands of massive furnaces are heated to about 20% of the temperature of the surface of the sun, put under immense pressure, and held there for 2 to 3 weeks to produce the lab-grown diamond. These furnaces use a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity produced in China and India by mostly coal-powered plants. The subsidized coal-powered electricity is used to produce inexpensive, easily identifiable lab-grown diamonds, whose wholesale price has crashed to almost nothing. Some jewelers still try to sell them for thousands of dollars, while others give them away for free with a purchase. America's Diamond only offers traditional, real, natural, earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers stay hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/win and kick off the NFL season. That's FanDuel.com/win. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
Must be 21 plus in President State where lawful to wager. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino LLC. First online real money wager, only $5 pregame money line wager required. First online real money wager, only $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Only problem, call 1-800. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona, 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana, 1-800-522-4700 visit KSGamblingHelp.com in Kansas, 1-877-770-STOP in Louisiana, visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland, visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia, or call 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming. Help is here, visit gamblinghelpma.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Smoker's Paradise, your premium smoke shop. Fully stocked to shop everything you need for your smoking needs under one roof. Vaporizers, disposable e-cigarettes, hookah accessories, water pipe, cigars, and more. With 16 area locations, including the newest at 8214 FM 78. Visit smokersparadise.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
With tens of thousands of satisfied patients across America, it's no surprise QC Kinetics gets 5-star reviews. I'm feeling on top of the world because of QC Kinetics.
I'm able to do the things that I wasn't able to do for a long time.
I can recommend them highly. I would recommend QC to anybody. QC Kinetics has changed my life.
I couldn't believe it. I honestly was skeptical, but the pain went from a 10 to a 0.
Real people with real lasting relief from joint pain.
QC Kinetics Regenerative Medicine is regenerating me.
I'm super successful, and I recommend everyone seek out QC Kinetics as an alternative to surgery.
This non-surgical approach is definitely the future.
I tell as many people as possible. I am an ambassador. I love QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in advanced regenerative medicine. No drugs, no surgery. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for the Aggies. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Spurs losing streak is at 15 as they welcome the Bulls to town tonight. Tip-off is set for 7:30, and game night San Antonio will help you get ready at 5:30. Cowboys have a chance to jump into a tie with both the Eagles for the division and the 49ers and Eagles for the NFL lead as the Cowboys welcome the Eagles, and you can catch that on San Antonio Sports Star Sunday night at 6 with the pregame.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake up, wake me up, wake me up, wake
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the slam. I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's R&R in the morning, a Friday edition coming to you live from Boston. It's Army Navy Friday, brought to you, of course, by
like
USAA. It is Friday, right?
I think so.
It's been a long morning. He's Rudy. I'm Rob. We got an hour of fun headed your direction. I want to thank Ross Tucker coming by us. Rob Ninkovich is imminent. We'll also talk with Matt Burke, Harvard grad, in about 30 minutes after that. But first, we are joined by Jason Minix of the Blitz, who set an alarm, went and had breakfast. And you've already been over to the Navy Hotel, I just heard.
Well, we have. No, it's wonderful. We're up. I'm glad you've had a Princeton guy. You'll have a Harvard guy, and I'm in the middle of that. What the hell is wrong with this?
There's nobody in this room with a school that any of us could have gotten into. I mean, none of us could have gotten into any school being represented.
Hey, speak for yourself. I was a great student.
Dude, San Antonio College, do not discount the semester and a half that I went to San Pedro High.
I was St. Philip's, so I did my escalators. I did my St. Philip's semester.
Yeah, it's my buddy Carlos, who I was in the Navy with. We go to this breakfast this morning, and we're going to go walk around Boston. And we walk out of the hotel, and it's none degrees outside.
How bad is it?
Oh, my God. It's stupid. And there's double-decker buses out there. The sightseeing.
Those off-on buses, there are people on the top bus?
No.
Oh, okay.
Who the hell is getting on that this time of year? Can't they just put those away for a couple of months? I mean,
are they open air?
Yeah.
Well, the top row, you can ride outside.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, not at all. I didn't know they did that.
I mean, yeah. Like, that's dumb, right?
While you were over in the Navy Hotel, is it vibrating yet? Do you get the sense that it's not there? They're not.
But it's pro tip, because I know you guys are about to go walk around.
No, I'm not.
Well, I mean, you're going to go walk around.
Yeah.
Although this might be very dangerous for you, Rudy.
Why?
But we just walked all over Boston without
never
going
left the building.
outside. It was the greatest thing. The sad part is I felt like an old man mall walker because the malls are closed. I mean, right now.
Right.
All the stores are closed.
But this is like a nice, like high-end.
Well, that's why it's going to be very dangerous for Rudy a little bit later.
So I saw Tiffany and I saw Balenciaga and
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, but that's the low-rent stores in those malls. I mean, you're a watch guy. What's the up from Tag Heuer? Because there's a Tag Heuer store, and then
Audemars Piguet.
There's who knows?
I mean,
we're up in the upper echelon for sure. It's not a Paddock store, is it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, there might be
Raymond Weil or
Philippe Petit,
Richard Mealy,
all that stuff.
There's all
Rolex, everything.
It's
so
but
above
again,
our pay grade.
I mean, but you can walk 38 miles and never go outside.
So is that what you did?
Yeah. I mean, we walked out and it's like, well, this is cold. Where are we going? Well, that's too far walking. And then my buddy Carlos like looking and he goes,
cross that little bridge and go into the mall.
Let's go back in.
So while you guys were walking around, we interviewed 2 Medal of Honor winners.
Awesome.
Recipients.
Recipients.
You don't win.
No.
Nor do you want to win.
No.
A Medal of Honor. But 2 recipients sat down with us. What a couple of dudes, man.
Well, I mean, that's one of the cool things about being here,
isn't it?
Is some of the stuff that people have done that you might see in a movie. You'll meet somebody that does things that you don't want to even know happens or how they figured out how to do that. You just know that it was done. And that dude right there will do that. And we saw one of the Medal of Honor recipients walking around and, it's I mean, there's just something.
It's hard to describe.
Well, yeah.
When you see the presence of a hero like that, and when you think of this weekend, we had Peacock on earlier, Mr. Peacock, the USA. And
do we still call him Wayne, or is it now Mr. Peacock?
Well, it depends on how I've acted the night before. So I think we're okay today. I don't think I've embarrassed
Wayne,
myself.
Right? It's Wayne.
It's Wayne to us.
Did you tell him what you did in your hotel room shower?
So let me tell you. We've had the discussion on the fancy shower we have. I was terrified, Jason, as the Medal of Honor dudes are putting on their headsets, and I can see the blue ribbon and the gold honor medal itself, that we were going to come back from a tease and you were going to be talking about me and a shower head and Navy SEAL. I've killed 80 VC, got the medal. I was terrified he was going to hear that. Which one of you
was
playing with?
Joe, but it wasn't. No, it was you, but it wasn't bad.
It didn't have anything to do with the shower head. I was like, how
no, but did it have you
this?
about filling a segment?
Well, yeah, but he didn't know what we were talking about, and we won't get into that. But it didn't. It didn't. I wasn't being accused of doing a shower head thing that's inappropriate with a Navy SEAL veteran
Can
and
you
Medal of
imagine
Honor
what that guy's done with the shower head before?
He's killed people with it. I didn't come close to that. So
you might have drowned somebody in the floor below you.
We managed to get it through. You guys had Stephen Jones on yesterday.
Yes.
We just talked with Ross Tucker, and he talked about the absolute need for the Cowboys to win their division, because they're not going to be able to go on the road. They're not going to be able to wild card and get it. Does Stephen feel the same way? Is it an absolute necessity to win the East, to get where they want to go?
I mean, yes and no. Stephen generally doesn't sidestep questions and give the cliche answers. He's not quite his dad when it goes to rambling, and ultimately you get what you're looking for. But NBC's running a stupid promo that says it's not a must win, but it can't lose. What the hell's the difference, right? It's a different way of saying it, because by definition, it's not a must win, but neither one of these teams can actually afford to lose this game if you want to win the NFC. So I appreciate the creativeness that NBC used with the promo. Of course, that kind of just makes Joe's head explode. So I had a lot of fun just throwing that out there. But I asked Stephen that question that way.
Yeah.
Because are you looking at this as a can't lose situation? Because we don't want to call it a must win, right? But you really can't lose it. And I got the most cliche answer I think I've ever gotten out of Stephen Jones, which tells me, yes, they are putting everything into this game. He didn't overhype it like he did a couple of weeks ago. Winning, you look at it, and I think in some degrees, I appreciate the attitude this week of the Cowboys with this game, because you go back to, they went into that San Francisco game talking about it like that was the game and that was our statement game, and they got their ass kicked. So this week it's a lot more. Yeah, we got a game Sunday, man, and I'm not looking ahead to the gauntlet, and it's all about the Eagles one day at a time. All that, we're in Boston. He was very Bill Belichickian with us yesterday.
Yeah, and cool. We always hear you talk about the Cowboys. How was last night?
Well, the Cowboys are America's team.
How was last night?
As we are here celebrating America's game.
This is America's game.
It is.
So it turns out they were down there for another hour.
Oh, really?
Maybe longer.
They
y'all
threw you
stayed?
guys out.
Well, so they told us we had to leave the bar while they were locking it up, but they brought us a lot more beverages, so we stood in the lobby for maybe an hour.
Are you serious?
The laws do.
Who, you, Carlos, and Joe?
Yeah.
Or just you and Los?
A few others.
No, and a few others.
Oh,
we'll still go nameless, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. There was lots of people.
Oh.
Everybody that didn't leave, like when you got up and left, ghosted everybody. The Irish goodbye.
No, I didn't.
You really did. You pulled a Rob Thompson.
I thought it was
do or die time, man.
You said nothing.
It was
I think your wife said, "Get your ass out of here. It's time to go." And she just yanked you. Because she didn't say goodbye either.
We had a few.
Yeah. I would love to. You're asking the question because you don't remember.
I remember.
Okay.
I don't think he does. There's been a couple of times he goes, "Well, when did she get here?" Oh no, she'd been there all night. How was breakfast this morning? The ceremonial beginning to the Army Navy weekend is the introductory breakfast at 7 a.m. that you got up for.
8 a.m. 8 a.m.
7 a.m. for us San Antonio types. Well, how was it? Was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Breakfast.
Standard stuff. Any speakers?
Wayne Peacock spoke for a bit, and then with USAA, a former Army officer and a former Navy officer that are two very high up people now, and talking about the The rivalry.
Oh, so it was
which rivalry?
It's worth getting up. We got our challenge coins.
Yeah.
We got the challenge coins were distributed, which is one of those annual rights of Army Navy. That it's one of those other traditions that you don't know about it till you know about it, and then once you're a part of it, you can't imagine not being a part.
Well, and anybody military right now listening, you get the challenge coins, and every unit has them, and they seem so much more popular now than when I was in. When I was in the Navy, I have a hat collection from all the different ships that I would go to as the public affairs officer for my ship. And, so I've got this ridiculous hat collection, right? But the coins are just so cool. And you collect them. Wayne Peacock has his own coin. Did he coin you guys?
Yeah.
You're lying.
No, he didn't coin us. As you said it, I just realized, no, we didn't get this. But I got tomorrow, too. I got some time.
You got some time to work on that?
Well, they didn't have the coins when you were in the Navy in the 40s.
Sir, it was the 90s.
Oh.
And if you go back, the coins started in World. If you would go to this breakfast, Rudy, you would actually learn.
Sorry. I was busy doing a radio show.
Well, so, I mean, the challenge coin, and I'm going to butcher the story to a degree, but
this is what he's speaking about, YouTubers.
Aviators during the war would not wear any kind of markings on their uniform. So if they got shot down and walking, they weren't identified as Americans. So a squadron developed a coin that they would use so you knew that dude was safe. If you found a safe place, that kind of lets you into the club, and they'll protect you if you have that coin, because your uniforms have no markings. And it's kind of grown from that to the point now where you always carry your coin. You walk into a bar and you put your coin on the table, and everybody else has to put their coin out. If somebody doesn't have it, that dude buys. But if everybody has their coin, the guy that did the challenge, he's picking up the tab.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is the tradition that really has grown, and it's been very specific to the Navy and the Army. For Air Force has had it. My father, who was Sir for a long time, knew of it, but I think it's been a bigger tradition amongst the Navy over the years.
Although, because there's a bar trick involved here. You understand drinking like sailors, but I do know some Air Force types now, and I think it's all military.
It seems to have really grown, and it's
even
such a
Marines
great tradition.
and the creativity and everybody that develops their different coins.
Awesome.
Who do you got on the docket today?
Yeah, who
time is it, man? I don't even. I know we're going to talk with EJ Manuel. I can't wait to hear his thoughts on Florida State totally getting screwed. Jacob Hester is going to be on.
Keenan Reynolds.
Keenan Reynolds is a former Navy quarterback. Is
Wayne?
Are you going to have Mr. Peacock?
We are going to have Wayne.
I'm trying to see who's got the. Are you going to have Medal of Honor winners?
No.
Recipients? Sorry,
no.
I'm
no, but you'll never get them again because you can identify them properly.
I cannot.
I mean,
the Navy SEAL was going to take me out.
Yeah, he corrected Rob twice. I was like, damn.
Only twice?
Only.
I mean, that's actually pretty good.
He actually gave up.
That's actually pretty good. Trying to think who all we have.
You have a lot of guests.
Yeah, and your standards for a Friday afternoon as we prepare for the Dallas Cowboys game. We're going to have a very special show this evening, too, at 6 o'clock. We're going to be doing something unique. You want to make sure you're with us as we prepare for an Army-Navy game that we're finally going to be able to broadcast live on San Antonio Sports Star. We've never been able to do this, at least in my time here. We've got you ready, but we had to go someplace else to listen. Now it gets you live with us.
Yeah, so from 6 to 7, all four of us are going to be on, and I think this is just the boss's way of making sure that Rudy wakes up from his nap and can enjoy a Friday night in Boston.
It's going to be rough.
But really, it's not.
It's going to be fun.
I mean, it's going to be all four of us. Joe Reinagel, me, you guys. But, Rob, you know what's going to happen. Me and you're going to hit the bar because Joe and Rudy are going to argue for an hour. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, we're just going to throw out a Dak Prescott greatness question, and we'll just let it go to town.
You know what Rudy said about your interview with Ross Tucker? He didn't get a word in. I mean, it's and I've done that with Rob. Andrew Zimmer, we interviewed that guy one year in Atlanta on Super Bowl Radio Row for like 33 minutes for our 15-minute segment. I literally got up at one point, went to the restroom, got somebody, came back, and they were still Rob was literally trying to hump the dude's leg. It was embarrassing.
I'm a bit of a fanboy.
And Rob even pitched him an idea in Phoenix.
And he gave me his
gave Rob his car.
His car.
Real phone.
He's the coolest dude in the world. He doesn't have a business card. His number's on a guitar pick. That's cool. That's
Look at Jason. Like, not really. Jason's like, not really.
I thought that was cool.
It is cool.
Now I very quickly lost the guitar pick. Because what are you going to do with a guitar pick?
That's the idea of giving his number because he knows you're going to lose that. Might as well have been a sticky note
with consecutive numbers as a phone number. I didn't know you could even do that, but that's the kind of star that he is.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to continue this fantastic sports talk with stars the likes of Rob Ninkovich. You know him from Super Bowls. Beard. He's got a great beard, and he's got a lot to talk about. And he's going to join us as we look around the NFL and figure out how the Patriots actually managed to cover a 30-point over and under in the first half. The juggernaut that was New England. Matt Burke will be here before you know it as well, former NFL player and Harvard graduate who will play a role in today's show. So hang around with us. We got a lot to do. This is R&R here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, Rob. You know, as we head into a weekend that's kind of if friends and family are gathered around for holidays coming in, you need to think about what you are getting for those that don't know what to get. I'm talking about the gift for somebody you don't know what to get for. How about a fine package of meat? What Tri-County has done is put together a couple of packages for the guys that really you don't know what to buy for, but you know they love to grill and you know they love fine meat, and nobody knows it more than Tri-County. What I recommend to you is going in and trying the Rudolph, seeing what they have for you. The dried sausage that they do as good as anybody, and try the wet. Their recipe goes back 50 years. It's got San Antonio in it. It tastes of where it's from. It's outstanding. If you're looking for the best thing for somebody who thoroughly enjoys standing over a grill and appreciates the quality of fine beef, you need to head over to Tri-County right now. And while you're there, pick up a tomahawk. While you're there, go ahead and grab that 5 for $25. It's the best deal in San Antonio, but you got to go so you'll know. That's Tri-County Meat Market, 2 locations, up on Huebner, out on Ralph Fair Road. Head over there, put some fine meat on the grill, and I know you're going to be thanking me later.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on the Blitz, we are in Boston. It is Army-Navy weekend, thanks to the folks at USAA. And I tell you what, Jason, there is a who's who of folks from Army-Navy we're going to be talking to today.
Yeah, Jacob Hester, E.J. Manuel, Joanne Druzy, Brian Jones, and, of course, we're going to get you ready for Cowboys Eagles as well.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. With over 25 years experience, we have secured important verdicts and settlements, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember. 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey. You need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold medicine.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Listen up, Texas. The Powerball jackpot is over $400 million, and you can now buy official state lottery games right from your phone with jackpot.com. Get in on the action right now and buy official Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto Texas tickets with jackpot.com. Just choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play.
I love playing the lottery, and jackpot.com makes it so easy because you can buy all your tickets right from your phone.
Jackpot.com notifies me right away if I win. It's safe and secure, and I never have to worry about losing my lottery tickets again.
This is the greatest thing ever. I can buy tickets right on my phone for Powerball, Lotto Texas, and other lottery games while I'm sitting on my couch at home.
Don't wait. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Make holiday magic this year with something beautiful and timeless from Diamonds Direct. A stunning eternity band, a pair of classic diamond stud earrings, something new and eye-catching from a world-class designer. Or maybe you're looking for that perfect engagement ring or a fabulous timepiece. At Diamonds Direct, we have the perfect gifts for the season, starting at around $300. Come and let our experts help you pick out that headliner gift. Or for some fabulous ideas, see the online seasonal gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. You can even chat now with a virtual assistant for the ultimate convenience. Whether you connect online or in person, you're guaranteed to get the extraordinary value, ironclad warranties, and white glove service Diamonds Direct is known for. And to help make your purchase even more affordable, we've got special financing so you can spread out your payments. Get directions, details, special showroom hours, and our holiday gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
He's very competitive. Been known to engage in friendly fire on the radio.
Funny how? I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
Even though he never wins a bet, still just the second best golfer on the staff.
I bet you slice into the woods $100. Yeah! Okay, you can own it.
He's Joe Reinagel, and
He's Joe Reinagel. That's the Blitz, and that's for another time. This is R&R here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. We're coming to you live from Radio Row here in Boston. It's Army-Navy weekend, brought to you, of course, by USA. Good friends. You see him on TV every day, Rob Ninkovich of the Four Letter Network and of the Patriots and many other football exploits. Man, it's good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Rob?
We see each other in the finest
Rob
places.
and Rob?
Yeah,
Rob, former ESPN. I'm not with them anymore.
Well, no, I know, but we see you in all the finest places.
I'm moving on.
But we see you in all the best games. And when we get a chance to catch up at Army-Navy, and especially you're kind of back in the motherland, man.
Oh, yeah, that's it, man. I mean, what do you think about the traffic? You don't mind sitting in the Boston traffic?
You know, I'm from Texas. I haven't been outside much. I've been in the hotel room. We got here Wednesday
It's cold.
night.
It's
cold, man. For me, this is super cold.
So where do you live now?
I'm in Norfolk, Mass.
So you're
okay.
I'm here.
You're still local.
After I retired, took a year off, then did some local media stuff, then got into the national stuff. And once your kids get in school, man, it's hard to pull them out and move them around. So
my daughters won't allow me to.
Yeah, I had an opportunity this year to go somewhere else, and my kids were like, "No, we're not going anywhere." You know what? You need to go where your parents tell you to go. That's what you need to do.
We didn't have any say so.
I didn't have a say. My parents moved me in the middle of 7th grade. I was getting bullied like heck.
Hey, Rob, but we have a legend in Greg Popovich, and it's been a rough couple of years for him. And you played for a legend.
Yeah.
What is it like seeing Belichick go through what he's going through and having people actually question?
Yeah.
We're getting Pop getting questioned, Belichick getting questioned. How tough has it been for you to see him going through what he's going through this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough. It's not easy. I have so much respect for Bill and Pop. It's the way that they go about their business. And listen, I was coached by old school dudes. And when I talk old school, Joe Tiller, Bob McDougall was my junior college coach. Then I went to Tiller, obviously, Joe Tiller, Purdue, rest in peace. Then I go through the draft process, and Parcells is working me out, Belichick's working me out, and Sean Payton, right? Wow. Sean Payton drafted me. I got claimed by Bill Parcells to go to Miami after he left Dallas, and then I left there, went to New England with Bill Belichick. So my whole life has been old school guys. Not this, hey, how you feeling today?
Yeah.
Hey, take a day off if you need a little rest. Need a little rest there.
Right.
It's like, what? Rest? Rest on your day off.
Yeah, load management.
Yeah,
No
load
load
management.
No load
yeah,
management.
I wish I played now. Jeez.
But
they don't have
you
2
had
days
to work.
They
though.
don't have.
But you're one of those guys that had to work to get to the league. I mean,
Yeah,
you had to go
bust
through
my
JUCO.
butt,
You had to work to get through all that.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of mentality that guys like you coached appreciate, though. I think you were born to play for those guys.
Well, I was always afraid someone was going to take my job, or I was working for someone else's job. So I was the guy just hiding, waiting, and when somebody slipped up, bang, I'm back, I'm on it, and I'm making the best of the opportunity. Which that's what the game is. And going back to Bill, he is so smart when it comes to the X's and O's and understanding football. And when I mean understanding, it's not as a defensive end or an inside linebacker, as a corner. You see the game in one area. He sees the game from a Goodyear blimp all the way up over all the pieces. That it's a chess match. So, you look at Bill and all the things that he's done in this game and the way that he has gone about his business. And I hate the comparison of Bill and Tom and who is more important. It's a combination of things.
Right.
I mean, it's not. That's like, I've been married a long time now. If someone was asking me who's the more important parent, me or my wife, it's a combination.
Great point.
You have to work together to have harmony and have success. If one thing's not working, then you would have conflict, which that's not what you want in this game. And my whole experience in New England with Bill and Tom was the best teammate, humble, leader, and Bill got the best out of Tom, got the best out of me. And the thing that a coach can do, and what they're supposed to do, is they're like psychologists, right? You are looking at each personality. Some kids, you go after them, they go in the tank. You got to kind of coddle and boost them up.
Yeah.
You got to boost them up. Myself, I'll tell you a funny story. I'll tell you a funny story. I'm in Little League, right?
Yeah.
My dad was a hard-working iron worker, 7 days a week, didn't put up with anything. And he would rarely get to some of my baseball games because he was always working. So he's at this game. I'm pitching, right? I'm in Little League. He's on the backstop with his, and he's an intimidating guy. On the backstop, I can see him through the catcher. I'm like, dang, I better throw strikes. Ball, walk the first kid. Ball, walk the second kid. Robert, don't aim it, throw it. I'm like, I'm getting all nervous.
What does that even mean? Yeah.
So that's right. So then I see him walk to his truck, right? It's like, oh shit. Sorry. Oh shoot. I better throw strikes here. Being a kid, bang, hit him. I see the truck leave. I say, oh man, I really messed up.
And
then they pulled me.
He is Rob Ninkovich, former Little League pitcher, two-time Super Bowl champion. It worked out.
So it was tough love, man.
Yeah,
tough love.
But the game didn't pass him by. The talk when you hear about Pop and Belichick, as if the game has changed to the point they don't know what they're doing.
The thing that has changed is this team, the team aspect.
Right.
And, we're going to see the Army-Navy game tomorrow. Right. In the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and any type of military, what do? You go through a boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a boot camp is? It's to take your individuality away from yourself, and you turn into a group, and you're doing it for the guy next to you. You're doing so that's what makes the team. And I'm doing it for him, he's doing it for me. Now in 2023, you got these kids coming out of college that are individuals. They're not working team. They don't care about a team because they're looking at the transfer portal or where can I go to make more money? My Instagram followers are going to jump crazy if I go to Colorado, and they're making their own. They are their own team. So
their
then
own brand.
Their own brand. They're branding themselves. It's the Big Baller brand, right?
Yeah.
You're branding the individual. So then now you go to a place where Bill is like, I don't care who you are, where you're from, where you're drafted. I don't care. You got to perform And you got these kids like, what are you talking about?
So the game hadn't changed, but the players.
The players have changed.
When we first met, I know we're running about. They're going to come
Sorry.
tap you on the shoulder. Yeah. When we first met, you were getting ready to go climb a mountain.
Kilimanjaro, don't do it.
That was back. That's been about 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, it was about.
You still
right
do that kind
COVID.
of stuff?
I never slept in a tent before that. I never ever have slept outside. I'm not. I got a beard, but that don't mean I like sleeping outside.
Best beard in the business, by the way.
Nice. Yeah. Well, it's getting gray.
That,
hey, that's all right. That's all right, right?
Silverback grill.
That's
right
it.
Here.
Just for men.
But so you did it.
Touch of gray.
You'll never do it again.
No, I won't do it again. No, I'm good. I need oxygen, man. I was at 19,000 feet. That's where planes go. I don't need to be up there.
Oh yeah,
19.2.
Wow,
that's high.
And the thing about it is, once you're up there, you got to come back down. Yeah, which is just about as hard as going up.
It took 36 hours. I didn't sleep. It was insane.
That is Rob Ninkovich.
It was
stopping by. It's Army Navy weekend, and these are the dudes we get to hang with. Stay with us. We got more for you. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys and Eagles. Nothing better on a Sunday night beginning at 6.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught at the 45, 40, Pollard, 20. Good night, nurse.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey folks, Steve Brent's here at beautiful Winans Creek Ranch in Bandera, inviting you to our holiday land sale event going on right now. It's the best time of the year to get an incredible deal on a gorgeous 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site here at Winans Creek. Take advantage of deep discounts and terrific bank and special below market seller financing. Plus, ask us about our closing cost bonus offer, saving you even more during our sale. Winans Creek features secluded private settings, spectacular 30-mile views, a gorgeous creekfront park, as well as paved roads, high-speed internet, electric, and more. Plus, Winans qualifies for low ag exempt taxes. The rush of the holidays will be here soon, but there's still time to get a great deal on your 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site you've always dreamed of. So come out and see me today at Winans Creek Ranch, and we'll help put together an incredible deal that will make your holidays bright. Give us a call at 866-952-6323 or go to WinansCreekRanch.com.
For over 17 years, the award-winning legal team at George Salinas Injury Lawyers has been representing personal injury victims all across Texas. Have you been injured in an accident? George Salinas is ready to represent you with free consultations, 24/7 availability, and no attorney fees unless we win. George Salinas Injury Lawyers will help you get the results you need so you can focus on recovery. If you've been injured, one call could change your entire case. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers, 210-225-0909, or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets justice. Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at San Antonio's Card House, the premier card house in San Antonio at 281 in Bitters. It's Christmas time, so what better way to celebrate than giving away $125K? That's what they do every month. Going on from now all the way through December 31st, 17 hot seats drawn per day, every hour on the hour from 9 a.m. all the way through 1 a.m. From 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., you got your Royal Flush for $300, Straight Flush for $150, Quads for $75. Also 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., you got your Bomb Pots, 5-card Royal or Straight Flush, $50 time. And of course, you know you got the multipliers. But you know the motto, you got to play to get the pay with the multipliers. From 100 to 149 hours is 2 times, and anything over 150 hours is 3 times. So get in the SA Card House. That's SA Card House 125K giveaway from now all the way through December 31st. SA Card House at 281 in Bitter.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
It's the holiday season, and Famous Footwear is stocked with all the styles your family wants from the brands you love at prices that fit everyone's list. Shop the comfiest Hey Dude shoes and coolest Crocs, or snag the perfect pair of Bear Paw boots and slippers. Plus, for a limited time, find the latest Nike styles for the whole family at savings of up to 30% off. Shop famous.com or bring the whole family into a Famous Footwear near you and spread some cheer this holiday season with the gift of famously great shoes. Valid on select styles.
There's one name in roofing that stands high above the rest: Stevens Roofing. A quality roof overhead by Stevens Roofing means comfort, confidence, and peace of mind. It's protection for all the things you love. And during this holiday season, Stevens Roofing would like to thank all the first responders and military service members for the protection and peace of mind they provide. So for all your roofing needs, commercial or residential, remember Stevens Roofing. Online at stevensroofing.net. Happy holidays from Stevens Roofing.
Federal criminal cases are much more complex than state cases. The court process is different. You have to have a lawyer with experience in federal law to navigate through it. If you have been accused of a federal crime or being investigated for one of the most important decisions you'll have to make is who will represent you in the process. The Hood Norton Law Group has decades of experience dealing with federal investigations, federal trials, and achieving outstanding results for our clients. The sooner you contact our team, the sooner we can help. Call us at 210-797-7700.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com.
It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. That's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. We are comfortably sitting on Radio Row over in Boston, getting ready for Army-Navy game. Did Jason Mix try to tackle that?
Jason just tried to tackle a guy that went to Army.
It is,
he's taking this game a little bit too serious.
We're looking for Matt Burke's going to be here just around the corner, former NFL center, Super Bowl champ, and really an interesting guy. Matt Burke's going to stop by, and we're going to look at Army-Navy from a different perspective.
I just got a text from Tim Spence. He said a lot of the listeners are pissed off at me.
Why is that?
Everyone took the under.
I told you.
I didn't. First of all, he sent me that text at like 11:30 last night. I didn't even. And 11:30 last night, and I don't know where Rudy J was mentally. So he sent that text last night. You
didn't see it till this morning.
Till right. But he said our listeners were outside the studios rioting because they all took the under.
I warned you in good conscience.
You did tell me.
It hasn't happened since 1986. Something like an under in the NFL, under 29. And you guys took it?
Who else took? Oh, yeah, your son took it. I think Minix and Joe took the under, too.
All we can do is lead you to water.
That's
I
my
can't
bad.
make you
That's
drink.
my
That's
bad.
all we can get to. Can the Spurs get to the pond and take a drink? That's what we're asking. We know Rudy J can get to the bar and take a drink.
Wow. I don't know how to
As
take
could
that.
Jason. I mean,
Jason just ran over a dude.
That was funny.
Jason, he just ran over a dude. Like, what the hell was that, Jason Minix? You running into people that go to Army, and it's like, yo, the game's not. I mean, I know it's a big deal, but come on, bro. We got to do an hour with these yahoos.
Yeah, we're gonna prep for what's gonna be a great weekend. Don't forget, we're gonna be live tonight from 6 to 7, getting you ready. And tomorrow we're gonna do the warm up, getting you ready for Army Navy live from Gillette Stadium, the frozen tundra. What's the temperature? It's supposed to be darn near toasty in Boston tomorrow. Almost.
Well,
50.
if it gets to 50, I'll take it. I don't know if it's gonna really be 50. I doubt it. I don't believe that. I know I'm an iPhone weatherman. I'd be shocked if it gets to 50. Take the under.
Now, this one, you might want to follow it up.
Take the under.
We do apologize to those that did bet the over. That was a silly and You're going to pay for that as we keep carrying on. Matt Burke's about around the corner, and all day long as we look forward to a game that is really so much more important about the event and the significance of the game than it is about the player. For tonight with the San Antonio Spurs, it is interesting that the best outing that the Spurs have offered us in nearly a month, well, they've had one other game against Atlanta where they were competitive, but was literally Wemby's worst.
It was Wemby's worst.
Is there anything you pull from that?
It's going to take longer than I thought, man. Again, when you compare his numbers to LeBron and Kevin Durant's, you compare the records, you compare the numbers, they're eerily similar. Now, you can't compare him to Tim's because Tim came in with a whole different team. Tim was 22. Tim had been playing against NBA players for 4 years at Wake Forest. Totally different situation. But when you look at LeBron, who came into a team that was being built behind him, you look at Kevin Durant, came onto the Sonics, who were being built around him. It's eerily similar. So I don't feel as bad when I saw Kevin Durant's rookie numbers and I saw LeBron James' rookie numbers. They're damn near identical.
It's crazy how close they are. And
right.
what is really interesting is, the points, all those guys were going to fall backwards into 20 points a night.
Right.
It's the similarity in the number of minutes played that I found really interesting. I mean, it's not like the rookie, hey, you're only 18, you're going to get 35 minutes just because you got legs. You're not an old dude.
Right.
That's not the case. All these guys were brought along in a much more prudent fashion than most. We are excited to have Matt Burke's going to come and join us. He have great renown, Super Bowl champ, and really interesting dude. He's going to join us in just a minute as we look at the game and all that he's doing around it. And we share a mutual respect for the Gridiron Greats Assistance Fund. We're going to talk with Matt regarding that and all things as he arrives. Welcome aboard, Matt. Sit down, grab a headset as we get ready for Army-Navy. What a fantastic weekend to come out and talk to folks. It's an honor to have you sit down with us.
Oh, it's great to be here. I'm excited to be at Army-Navy. This is my first time. I love this game. I make my boys sit down on the couch and watch it.
I saw your boys running around. What a great event to bring your sons and daughters to see and witness all these guys that are doing what they're doing.
Yeah, it's just a 10 on like every level, right? And I mean, I can't wait for tomorrow. I think it'll be a powerful experience. It'll be a powerful experience for me. I'm hoping it's a powerful experience. I mean, I can relate. These guys, they're playing football, but they're not on football scholarships. They're just playing for the love of the game, and that was my college experience coming from the football powerhouse of Harvard University now on the street here. So
we had a Princeton man lead before you.
Well, I'll use bigger words.
Yeah,
all right.
So keep it dumbed down for the rest of us. He is Matt Burke, former NFL center, Super Bowl champ, and a Harvard graduate, as you just
I would
mentioned.
say I would have that tattooed.
I did graduate. Yeah, just barely, but
man, I would have that. Man, I would literally. I'm serious. I would have that tattooed.
Well,
why do you guys have better football players at Harvard than the other one? Why seriously? I mean,
we just the best at everything.
Yeah, what do you mean?
My brother-in-law is a Yale guy, so I'll agree with you. If you're listening to him.
Did you row crew as well?
No, those guys work hard. Now that's a hard sport.
Is it?
Now, how does an economist make it in the modern NFL world? Are you a Maynard Keynes guy? I'm an econ major myself.
Oh yeah.
So are you a Keynes aficionado?
I'm not an aficionado of anything. I'm glad I didn't have to feed my family by being an economist.
Well, yeah, we
were
prepared to be bartenders by the time we got up. That's what we were.
I majored in econ because I had to major in something. I was like, everyone said, "Hey, econ's a good major." I said, "Great, I'll do that."
You're affiliated with something that is near and dear to both our hearts down in San Antonio, the Gridiron Greats Assistance Fund.
Yeah.
The Rudolph family and all that they do and the offerings for all those folks, that all the players that retired and played too early, quite frankly, didn't get to take advantage of what little has still, not enough has been given, but more than when those older guys got apart. Tell us about your role with the Gridiron Greats and what it means to be able to help those guys that came before you.
Yeah, I met Coach Ditka, I don't know, it was like 06 maybe, and heard about what he was doing, just kind of passing the hat for these guys that played with him and guys that played for him. And you're taught when you come into the NFL or any level of football you play that it's a brotherhood, and you take care of each other. And that doesn't end when the game's over or when you retire. And it just seemed like ridiculous. I mean, this is almost 20 years ago, but we thought the money that we were making was crazy, which it was.
It was.
But that there were guys that just played a few years before us that, were destitute because of injuries that they sustained, or, the league didn't take care of, or the Players Association. I mean, that's just not right,
Right.
So. And Coach was out there doing it and creating awareness about it. So I served on his charity for 16 years, and I just feel like it's what you do. I'm old enough when I came into the league, there were guys that I played with who walked the picket lines, who sacrificed their careers so we could have the careers that we had and made the money we make and with the benefits. And so I was fortunate to have a couple of those guys on the team that said, hey, it wasn't always this good. You got to remember that. And that had a profound impact on me. And I just feel like it's what we're supposed to do as NFL players, take care of our own.
Were you on the so you got drafted in 98. Were you on the Gary Anderson team? Was that you?
That was my rookie year. Yeah.
So
I was telling somebody the other night in Minnesota, I'm like, leave Gary alone.
No,
man. There was 9,000 other ways we could have won that game.
I agree.
Yeah.
So that was Cunningham, Randy, that was
Chris, Jake, Robert Smith. Oh, yeah.
That was a squad.
Oh, it was a squad, man. It was a squad. Now here's the thing: we were 15-1. What people forget, Atlanta was 14-2. It wasn't like Atlanta was some pushover in the playoffs. They were.
But I think y'all were going to beat the Broncos. To say you're probably the best team not to win a Super Bowl, literally. You guys were the best team in the
or the Oilers or Buffalo Bills.
No, that year you guys were head and shoulders. It really did seem.
We were blowing everybody out.
It really felt that way.
I mean, I was a rookie. I wasn't even playing. I was just sitting on the side, the best seat in the house. And I was like, "This is great. Like, we're going to win the Super Bowl, and I'm a rookie."
It's no surprise that we're seeing you here at Army Navy.
Right.
When we see what the meaning of the game is and the commitment, the service to their fellow man. Your career post football has been nothing but service to others. Why?
Well,
what is it with you?
I don't know. I just, if you can do good for somebody, then just do it. I mean, it's like as an NFL player, it's super easy when you're playing to just to do stuff. You have a platform, and I just feel like that's what we're supposed to do. And today I'm going around these.
That's a nice bag.
Thank
man.
you. Yeah. So these are Army and a Navy bag. I have a company called Heritage Gear. We make premium licensed products. We have 50 colleges and universities. We have an NFL license, and over Veterans Day, we came out with a flag bag collection, and we raised $100,000 for a veterans organization called Team Red, White, and Blue. My dad's a veteran. I'm a proud American. So you can do these things. You just do it. But
how do they get the bag?
So you can go to heritagegear.com, and in honor of Army Navy, if you use the code Army Navy 23, you get 30% off your purchase. We've got, like I said, about 50 colleges and all sorts of products. People can look at everything's made in America. By the way, made in America.
Nice. Walter Payton, Man of the Year in the NFL 2011.
Yeah, good.
And certainly a man that understands service. When you won it, did you get to wear the caped figure on?
No.
Yeah, what is
now
that?
They got the
Dak wears it's like a cape.
It looks like Luke Skywalker. It's supposed to be Walter.
That's
I know.
the trophy. They got Walter. He's standing on the sidelines with one of those jackets over him, right? And no, but I mean, I grew up a Vikings fan in Minnesota, and Walter Payton, I mean, he would break our hearts every year. But Walter Payton, running back used to be like a marquee position back in the 80s,
right.
It was like those guys were difference makers, and Walter Payton, he was the Michael Jordan of running backs. So to win an award with his name on it is just crazy.
Well, we have to ask. Oh, go ahead.
No, go. Is the center got to be the smartest man on the team?
Well, you don't have to be. I mean, you're the best looking, obviously. I mean, somebody once told me, this is not mine.
Okay.
Somebody once told me the closer you are to the ball on the football field, that's the smarter you are. So that's what center. And then of course, like D-backs, right? So I think it holds true.
No, I think so far it's holding true. By its description, it's actually working.
That's hilarious.
Matt Berg, former NFL center, smartest guy on the field, and really an interesting cat. Thanks for stopping by, man. Where do we go to get the bags? That's good looking wool. We got
heritagegear.com, Army Navy 23 for a 30% discount.
The Army one looks better than the Navy.
We're not going to go any further. Now, who do you like to? Who do you like tomorrow? You're going to pick a side other than America wins?
I was actually this close to going to West Point, and I switched my mind at the last second and went to Harvard. And so I always wonder, because I knew deep down I wasn't tough enough to go to West Point. So I got to root for Army tomorrow.
Just think how your life could have been so much better. A remarkably accomplished man. Thank you for stopping by, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That was awesome.
This is R&R. We're live at on Media Row for Army Navy. And while we are winding down, we have so much more for you today. The day will continue as the Blitz will be sitting down with so many others. We will be bringing you all the process and the game live tomorrow morning, warming you up for what will be the last regular season football game of the 23-24 season as we head into the bowl thing. I can't get past the fact that, we've been here talking about a college football game, and we're not talking about polls. We're not talking about coaches worried about the portal. We're not talking about better offer coming to the Navy dude to go to the Air Force Academy. They're not talking about the kind of stuff that has become just part and parcel of the college.
So can Army, Navy, can they get NIL?
They kind of already do.
Do they have NIL, Army, Navy, NIL?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if Army, Navy could have NIL. I don't know.
After your
I would think
sophomore
that's
year,
only
aren't you
fair.
already getting paid?
Good question.
I think after you make
We're
a
asking
commitment
the
to
Navy
be
guy.
in the
He has no
military, and
clue.
I think you start getting paid at a base pay.
I didn't know that.
Like you're like a GS1. I think you start getting paid. At least they did with the guys that I knew that was in college or OTC when they decided to join the military.
Yeah, go ahead. Pardon.
We bring up Jason.
Wouldn't that be kind of like your normal stipend on scholarship?
You'd think.
I mean,
we got to get to the bottom of this.
I think we need to start on something here.
Get to the bottom of this. And if they can't get NIL, I think that's a travesty. I would think they can.
I mean, we'll find out.
Yeah.
From who? Who do we ask such a question?
I thought I could ask the Navy guy.
Well, I mean, you realize when I was in, they barely paid me. I mean, you realize my Navy benefits. The Navy paid, my veterans benefits paid more money for my daughter to go to college than I made the entire time I was in the service.
That's crazy.
I mean,
well, that's good.
So from that standpoint, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
But I'm sure somebody knows.
Who you got winning the game?
Last year, Army 3, it's Navy going to win this game again. We're going to miss Coach Ken. It's going to be an interesting.
Yeah, but Coach Newberry's done well.
Yeah, he has. He really has. And the team has played very well. But there's a certain Coach Kenness to the naval program that has been around for so long. It's going to be interesting.
You know what? What time is your out? I don't know.
54.
Yeah, we got some time.
Jackson Gutierrez, the quarterback from Jay.
He's going to Navy,
He's
right?
going to Navy. And he said that when he visited, and I think the way he described it, Coach Newberry was just a dude. And, and he wants to play quarterback. And that's what Coach Newberry said he was going to be. And I think Newberry was such a great recruiter on that staff. He was the right guy to take over for Coach Ken. Although, honestly, still surprised that they made the decision to move on from Coach Ken.
It had to have been tough.
Navy recruits last game.
Yeah, they recruit San Antonio, South Texas pretty well.
And don't forget, tomorrow, starting safety for Army is Max DiDomenico, who played at Clemens.
I've met him.
Yeah.
I've shared a cigar with him. Great kid. Great kid.
We have a full day in store for you, even though Rome will be happening. This will be going on and lots of interviews heading your way. Jason and Joe will get you all the way. And then after the show today from 6 to 7, a very special blossom.
Yeah, we're going to call it the Rudy and Joe arguing.
We're just going to lob hand grenade cowboy takes out and let them just kind of chase each other around.
I never argue with Joe.
So who'd have thought when you woke up this morning, if I'd ask you, have you ever interviewed a Hall of Fame or a Pro Bowl caliber player along with
2 Medal of Honor
recipients along with the CEO of USAA all in one morning? That's the kind of thing you only get at Army Navy as we gather together and celebrate the game. Above all is the service USA has brought to us. So make sure when we talk Army Navy, pass it along. Make sure you're hashtagging Army Navy. Make sure it's part of the conversation and stay with us as the pictures come and things to be done. I got to get myself a cannoli. It is time for a cannoli. In every sense of the word.
I'm down. I'm taking a nap first.
Thanks for hanging with us. R&R in the morning. We'll hang it up. We'll see you again on Monday. In the meantime, here comes Greeny. Then there's Roman. The blitz is just around the corner. Rudy, let's go get a nap.
Let's do it.